the GRG podcast, where you get all the latest gaming news, hot topics, and more. With guest Triple Cup Chuck, Livewires Gaming, 108 Dragons TV, Bloody Knuckles, Operations Op, 100, live, and your host, K Mega 405. The GRG podcast
starts right now.
What's up, everybody? The GRG podcast is here. It is live, and it's a little different. So if you are looking at this screen and you checking this out, it looks probably a little bit different than normal. It's because you're probably seeing names and other things out there and all that and this. Well, it's because of the fact that Hangouts is gone, and now we have to go and do other things. The really crazy thing about this is that if for the people that's been paying attention to GRG way back from when we first started, we went through and we was working through Discord and then trying to do everything with the gameplay, all of that, all of this, and it was horrible. It was horrible. It was I don't even know how GRG lasted with that, but then we just had to go back to the original recipe, do it the old school way through the Hangouts, and then I vowed to come back and to make it, to bring the gameplay, and then lo and behold, what do I find out? And I didn't know this until just the other day when me and Don did the Devin the Gamer, and that it posted up there that the Hangouts was going to get disqualified, or not disqualified, but it's going to be discontinued. So instead of it taking another 15, 20 minutes for me to get that audio right. But what's going on with you, man? What you been playing here lately?
As you could see here, I got that gameplay going on in the background. I was playing a lot of Sekiro, but I finally beat that, and everyone gonna get to see the boy do the game that no one else be fucking doing, because everyone else is a punk bitch in these streets. Other than that, I've been playing a lot. I started the Surge recently, been trying to work through Assassin's Creed Odyssey, trying to get that done out of my backlog. About to start up Wolfenstein, Youngblood, and what else I've been playing? I've been playing a couple PC games I've been doing as well. I was like, Epic Tavern, from a company that I met at E3. They gave me that game for free. So, shout out to Rich and them over at Hyperkinetic Studios. But other than that, man, I've just been kind of doing everything. I recently finally beat Ori and the Blind Forest. Stuff like that, man. That game made me cry. Beautiful game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Oh, look who's in the building. Somebody threw the Sleeping Goblins through the Dolphins, and look who came into the building. Man, I got to go straight to it because technically this would be about the same time that he would come in. So, no, he's
about
not.
5 minutes late.
Yeah. So, whatever the case may be. Anyway, Livewire's in the building, man. What's going on with you? You got your mic on? See? I should have known.
There he goes. Ivanka's already all over him.
All right. Well, let me go to our Rookie of the Year. The lawyer, a.k.a. Operations Op. What's up with you, bro?
I've been chilling for the most part, bro. It's been, these past 2 weeks been slow for me, bro. I haven't been able to game that much, but luckily, your sentence just dropped. Literally, I finished that earlier on today. That's surprisingly a good book. I give it an 8 out of 10. Really good. Really expanded the lore of the universe as well. And for those who are wondering, it's a prequel to Gears 5 pretty much. So it's kind of like ties in all the knots they left after Gears 4 as well. So yeah, if you have extra money, I suggest pick it up. It's definitely a good read. Up to, man.
Nice. All right.
In this motherfucker.
All right. We hear you, 100. See, we hear you, but then he just went away.
He stopped.
He just stopped. What about you, Live? We see your mic. Is it on? Oh man, these dudes got to get used to this new life. This new Hangouts, no Hangouts life, man. I don't know, man. Y'all better pick up on y'all's microphone game. That's what y'all got to do.
They got to step it all up.
They got to step it up. They got to step it up. You got to step it up. But anyway, let's get to it and then when the guys come in there, they can do their little introductions or whatever. But let's get on to the topics. And right off the bat, man, we're going to talk about. There's so many to talk about. Really? I mean, it wasn't really a big, huge day or a week of news, but there were a lot of little stories, and there was one story that got a lot of attention. So we'll kick into that a little bit later. But first, let's talk about Mortal Kombat. We seen the trailer for, and it sucks because you two guys really ain't into the fighters like me and 100 is, but.
Well, I'm into fighters. I was like, I haven't been able to play it as much as I would have liked.
Right. Okay. All right. Cool. But regardless, the new character was revealed, which was Nightwolf.
Yes.
Let me go over to you, Knuckles, and get your thoughts about what did you think about the trailer? Are you excited about it? Did you think that he was a pretty good depiction of a Native American, or did you have any issues with anything? I mean, does combat seem similar to what it was in MK9? Just give me the whole thing, man. Let me know what you think.
All right. So I saw the trailer and I was absolutely excited about them bringing back Nightwolf, because Nightwolf is one of my favorite characters. I was like, everyone knows that I'm a big Smoke fan, and then I was a big Aaron Black player back in 10. But I was real glad that they brought back Nightwolf for 11. I was like, the way that his gameplay looks up, the way his kit works, it's gonna be really interesting, because of the fact that they brought back the arrows and everything, but now they really focused on how, with everyone having different kind of abilities and stuff like that, and how they have the different styles, the fact that they have it to where he can utilize each of the spirit animals. So you saw the wolf, you saw that he also used the bear, and then it looked like when he uses what's it called, the heavy attack where you use the special meter or whatever, right? Where he was able to use all of them and really show off. His depiction's always been really great. Yeah, that one.
We hear you live. We hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
What did you have to do? Because maybe 100 could hear you, because he's having a problem. What did you have to do?
I had to, because you know what I did? I clicked on the thing in the on Twitter.
Yeah.
That shit ain't work. So I had to X that. I just went straight to the browser for Discord and then opened it that way.
Okay.
And now because I couldn't. I thought y'all could hear me, because it said on the mic. It said that you could hear me, but
we saw we saw the little icon, but we couldn't hear anything. So that's that was what the thing.
Yeah.
So hit 100 up with that. Unless I'm pretty sure 100 can hear me.
Yeah,
but
hold on.
The thing,
hit him up.
But what I'll say is that Nightwolf's always been a great rendition of a Native American hero. But there's definitely a lot of people who said he's more of a stereotype, but I mean, at the same time, that's kind of the culture. I was like, it's kind of hard to not be. I was like, yes, there's more modern ways that they dress, but there's always going to be some part that they're going to keep that is very much the culture. I was like, anyone trying to say otherwise is completely ignorant to the fact of just what Native Americans hold on to, whether that's from the feathers, from the braided hair, from the necklaces, and all the different shamanistic aspects that they keep. I was like, it is very much one of those things. But I was like, I'm looking forward to Nightwolf coming out. And Rain asked what kind of Smoke fan that I was. I was the kind of Smoke fan that would make Scorpion players angry, because the fact that all they would do is teleport and do all the bullshit. I was like, I would just teleport them and just keep dropping them in the air, because of the fact that they're a bunch of dickheads.
Okay, all right, that's crazy. Yes, Salty, it's that OBS Discord life, and I don't know, I might even mingle in a couple of other things too. But Hey man, look, if it ain't broke, there ain't no need to fix it. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just saying earlier that it 2.5 years ago when we first started doing GRG and we tried to go this route, it was a no-go. It was horrible. People saying it sounded like I was in a bathroom, there was echoes, they couldn't hear the guest. I remember we went a whole hour and it was just my voice. It was crazy, man. I
forgot about that.
It was so crazy. But what was wild is that I can't believe that people were still sticking around at that time. Like, I mean, it was they didn't give up on us, man. So I just can't say enough, man. Definitely appreciate it. But anyway, operations. You there?
Still here, just waiting.
Oh, okay. All right. What did you think about the MK11 reveal for Nightwolf? Are you even into? I know that you're not really into fighters, but I mean, did you even pick up Mortal Kombat 11?
I have not.
Okay.
Pick up. I really have no clue. But the trailer looked pretty dope from what I see. Of course, not big into fighters. I said this before, but yeah, it seemed like a cool character to add. Was he an original character from the past they're adding back, or is he new?
No, he's been around.
He's been around since from Mortal Kombat 3.
He was in 3 in the trilogy.
3, yeah. I used to use them a lot.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, it looks dope. You know, they added a lot of content to that game. So for those of you who got it, I'm real happy for y'all. Those people keep supporting the game, so can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, all right. I see you don't have that much to say about it, so we're moving on from it. What's up, Live? What did you think about Nightwolf, man? His reveal.
It was dope. I like Nightwolf. I used to use him way more than I ever used Thunder in KI. MK3 was like my shit back in the day. So, and that was like one of the major characters I used. I used to spam his attacks. I ain't gonna lie. I used to spam his tomahawk uppercut with the charge. Motherfuckers used to hate that shit. But that's when I was really into fighters like that. Who did it came? I mean, this is like what, his MK?
This is. Oh man, I don't know. He started in 3, and he's pretty much been in all the rest of
gold. I don't count MK3 gold. I don't count that shit.
Right.
It's just like a definitive edition.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, we gotta pay the bills.
Oh, word? What's going on? What's happening?
Philosopher Doom dropping that $5 donation. He didn't say anything, but I'm glad to see him. Thank you for the love.
Nice.
Doom in the house, man. Appreciate it. We got to get our spar on and MK while I'm talking about it. That's probably why he's dropping a little love to the family. That's just reminding me that he's around. No, man. No, Doom. Me and Doom be going at it, man. I mean, like he got the last time that we played, he got me by 1, but we were competitive.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Right.
Yo, guys, real quick. Do you think that Doom
30 minutes?
So you finally followed my
You got to plug up what?
Headset. I had to plug up some headsets. I was trying to go from my phone, from the thing, from the app, and all this. I didn't download everything. This code.
Well, the app.
No, you could do it, but like I said, you can't do it through the link for whatever reason. You had to do it.
I went through the app. I put the app on my phone, and then I went to the browser off the phone. Then I went to the browser off the desktop. I went to the browser off the laptop. So I said, let's go look at some damn headsets.
All right.
Okay.
So, well, now we know it's a transition. But hey, look, like just like I was saying for the third, fourth time, but you remember how it was when we first started. So none of y'all could have got hurt. So it's all good now. But go ahead, La. Finish up, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, Nightwolf is one of those nice characters that a lot of people, are glad that they're playing homage to. It would be even nicer if they throw Thunder up in that bitch.
Oh yeah, they're gonna throw. Well, they say they're gonna put him in a Thunder suit or a skin.
To be honest, okay, yeah, but you know what? If they had Thunder, or even probably the best character they could throw up in there would be Saberwolf, character like that. in there, like a straight animal type character?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they could. I mean, that would be dope if they instead of if they do a Thunder Skin, that they bring in a Killer Instinct character, which that will still keep to my theory about that or in my hopes and dreams of a MKKI game. That would be stupid. So like if they did that, that would just be ignorant. Like if they would link that up and let's just say that the next Killer Instinct would have a couple of MK characters in there, then there would be no question that they could actually pull that off. But I mean, we still got to get information to find out if we're going to get Killer Instinct 2, which I'm strongly believing in and thinking that's going to happen. But I mean, but just getting the Thunder Skin is just a good spot anyway. And remember when we was at E3 at the Xbox event, Ed Boon was out there, man. He was looking around, talking. It was pretty crazy, man. And we was wondering why he was there on stage like that. I mean, why he was there just lingering around talking to staff like that. I mean, we know that these people know each other and things like that, but it was just a little different. Then it just seemed like he was there to do stuff. And I mean, that would be crazy.
Can make it ready for them to announce Mortal Instinct. Mortal Instinct.
Wasn't the devs behind KI bought up by Amazon?
The first ones, Double Helix. Double Helix got bought out, but Iron Galaxy took over, and they actually the one thing that I have to give Iron Galaxy a lot of props for is because they took what Double Helix did, which was perfect, and then they enhanced it because they said that they didn't want to damage what they done because they did such a good job, and then they enhanced it by then adding more balance to each character, because there were some characters that was OP, like Sadidra, I think that's her name, the chick with the spider webs and all that. I think that's her name, Sadara. Yeah, she was OP. If you actually knew how to jump around and do that little web thing, she was crazy OP. But
I loved her in fucking KI.
Yeah, but they evened her out. They evened up for such a diverse cast of characters. Iron Galaxy did a fantastic job of making them not so OP. I know everybody loved to use Shadow Jago. That's which at the time when they first brought him out, he was really OP. Like he was crazy, and then they toned him down after a patch, and then it just and they just kept everything more even killed. Like so, I love KI, man. That is definitely one of the best fighters this generation. I don't see why any fighting fan would ever knock it. It may not have did really good at the Evo scene. I think that's just because of maybe the lack of throwing. It wasn't because of support, because a lot of people supported the game. I just think it was more so of just maybe Xbox wasn't trying to push that narrative, kind of like with what PlayStation was doing with Street Fighter V. Instead of them working on the single player aspects and other things, they just kind of pushed it out there at Evo, and it's still doing well. So I don't know. Did anybody else? 100. You want to say anything about the character Nightwolf?
Nightwolf, he look all right. He clean. He look all right. I looked at his skill set.
You didn't like his skill set?
No, I heard he got a thunder. I heard he got a thunder costume, look like Thunder off of Killer Instinct. So
yeah. So
I'll tell you, like I tried out saying soon. He ain't one of my best. It's not like I needed him. I'd rather have Spawn right now. I hope they show Spawn at Evo. Here I'll be at Evo right now, but he don't want to go home this Sunday, so.
Yeah, so they need to just go ahead. I mean, it's kind of like they're prolonging this first group.
Gonna be all right.
Yeah, I mean they're prolonging them so long. Like on 10 or X, what's going on with you, Lady Foxfire? Thanks for stopping in, saying what's happening. What the one thing about that is that with X, they dropped all of those characters like really quick. They had those packs and they dropped those characters. They even did that with Injustice 2. They just dropped them, and you had a little time to work with each character, but then you just had another one and another one, even if you didn't like that character. But for this reason, for 11, they're just prolonging them. Like, come on, I mean, Shang Tsung, give them about I guess it's been what? No, it's been longer than a month, And now we're moving to Nightwolf, and then you got Sindel. Everybody's kind of waiting to try to get their hands on Spawn and other characters as well. But I mean, come on, let's see them. Let's see them. I mean, let's get it out. Let's get that other pack going. But I think that what they're going to do is prolong it until the end of the year. And then they're going to do like a season 2, something like that. I think that's just the new method, the new strategy. So, which is it's not bad or whatever.
In this pack, so you don't need a new season. He's supposed to be part of the pack, and it's supposed to be two more characters we don't know nothing about. So it's supposed to be dropping. I don't know why they ain't dropped them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're taking their time with it. I think what they're doing is that they're putting like about maybe a 2-month gap between each character, so it fills out the whole year, instead of dropping those packs like they did in X. And then that way that they can get a season 2 ready probably by February, March of next year. So, I mean, I kind of don't like that, but I can't complain. I mean, look, Mortal Kombat is by far has been one of the best fighters this generation. And it's, and you know what I'm saying, that's, I don't know. In a top 5, let me ask you this, 100. Where would you put the two Mortal Kombat games compared to everything else that's came out? Where would you put that from 1 to 5?
This generation?
Yeah.
2.
2?
I'll put it 2.
What was your number 1?
Killer Instinct, because they're surprises, and
okay.
We ain't played that in so long. Playing that. People still playing Killer Instinct. It's not saying it's bad. Not saying I like Mortal Kombat, but it's it's a lot of them, and then you got to understand the story how it is. Like everything gonna change now. So since if you guys don't, I ain't gonna spoil it for you. But it's a new game changer. But it's like if you're gonna bring some characters back, I know people love Nightwolf. Well, let's bring some older. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Where's Rain at?
Oh, I think Rain is going to come. I think Rain is coming.
Rain should have been in the last Mortal Kombat X. It should have been in that bad boy.
Wasn't he in it? Didn't they bring him out later?
No,
he wasn't playable. No, he never was playable.
He was playable.
Or was that not? Because I'm pretty sure in one of those they brought him back. Because not only did they bring back
in X. He was in X, but he's in the story mode. You don't get to play with him.
No, I'm pretty sure that they added him in.
Jay wasn't. No, Jay wasn't playable at first on Mortal Kombat X. They went with the fans, said, "Wait, where's Jay? Well, we can play with her in can't play with her." You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's what I do. Never around do listen. The game is fun. Killer Instinct because Killer Instinct has that it kind of like it grabbed everything. Like we're gonna get a Halo character, we're gonna get this character, we're gonna get this character, we're gonna merge this whole round together. Just because you put games out every year, I kind of think I'm doing them like sports games now. I'm like kind of getting burnt out.
You're getting burnt out? How you gonna get burnt out?
Because I don't want to. Okay, my thing is let's go. We had X. Now you change the story up. We know we got together. They changing time and all this other stuff. So what is going to be the reboot? That's the only thing that has you thinking. Otherwise, you're like, okay.
What?
These games gotta have stories now. Mortal Kombat already had a story. You play the game for real. You get on the story, then we get online and we fight each other.
Yeah, but I mean, but that's what fighter. I mean, look, I don't know. What you trying to say that you didn't really like the Mortal Kombat story?
I didn't like the.
Don't say it because you itching to say the ending.
I don't want to say the ending, but I don't.
Yeah, don't say the ending. Don't say the ending.
Nothing like I ain't never saw before. I'll put it that way.
Oh, bro. MK11 story was great.
Yeah, but no, I'm not saying, but whether it's something like, okay, another game that, like I say, I like, but I don't like the end of the story. In the story, because it's cliche. It's like, okay, you did something, but we saw this in movies, video games, and all type of stuff. Surprised me with something.
I think that MK11 did a lot of surprises, especially the ending. What's going on with you, Don? Oh man, I think you just rambling. Come on, bro. No, hell no. You rambling.
It's not the best ending in a fighting game.
Are you
dragging on a bit?
What?
I take what you call it. I take Soul Calibur's endings over that.
Man, no way. Soul Calibur's story was okay because they're not even complete. The stories is not even fully is not even complete, man. Like you can't even get like there's still pieces to one individual story, to a couple of individual story that hasn't been fulfilled yet. So obviously that they're going to have to add something to that. But no way.
That's Mortal Kombat because everybody's ending is not the ending. It's not the true ending. It's only one true ending. But you got all these multiple endings because you done made a big old multiverse. People be lost.
I think you lost. I think you lost. I think you lost, bro. Yeah, that's me playing that Yakuza. Yeah,
because I got some Yakuza stuff as well as some Judgment stuff I want to throw in next time.
Really? Yeah, I'm gonna wait till that get to PC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Master Race.
Nah, I've been playing on the PlayStation.
Well, I mean I started playing the Yakuza games on the PC. Like, so I'm like, I'll just wait till the other ones get there. So, I mean, they got like about four of them on PC now. So
yeah, because they got 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2, and I think 6.
Yeah. So and then I'm just waiting for them all to come to the Xbox. I'm just saying, hurry up. Hey man, having a Yakuza party over there, just send the whole pack over to Xbox. That'd be great.
Yeah, just do it. We'll be, me and K Mega at least will be the spokespeople for it. Come on. Send us that care package. We're just saying.
No doubt about it. But anyway, I just wanted to say this. I don't know. 100, he's going left. I don't know. He just. I thought the Mortal Kombat story was absolutely amazing. It did kind of set everything, maybe not for a reboot, but for a resurgence, because that ending is going to change a lot of things. But the story was great. I was caught up into it from right when you started it, right when you started the game. The story was fantastic. One of the best stories. And you know how, guys, you know how much I love Tekken. I mean, I loved Tekken's story in the sense of, because I've been such a Tekken fan. I've been wanting to have all of these loose tie-ins kind of connect, and they did in Tekken 7. But there was a lot of misses, especially I didn't mind the narration. It just seemed like it got cheap on a lot of things when it should have been kind of for especially how that ending went in Tekken 7. It should have been a much more full-fledged game, not a couple of some narrations with some pictures. I wanted to get something more than that. What was that? Who was that? Oh,
what happened?
I don't know. There was some scratch. There was something going on with the mic, with somebody's mic. But anyway, regardless of that, I think Mortal Kombat has one of the best stories. Killer Instinct story. It once they finally implemented it, I just wasn't interested. So hopefully when they bring another one, they'll put in a story right off the bat. And the worst story of all time has to be Street Fighter V. That is the worst story. Next, and then right after that, which is is low on my list, is Dead or Alive 6. That story was a waste of my life. I never want to go back and play that story again. I thought Dead or Alive 5 story was bad, but Dead or Alive 6 was 10 times worse. Horrible. Guilty Gear has a great story. I love the story, but that and the other game, Central Certification or whatever, I don't know how to say that. Blaze Blue Blaze, whatever. That they don't have really stories. I mean, they have stories, but you can't play it. You can't fight in them. You just You just watch them. It's crazy, but they're good. It's like watching anime. But anyway, man, let's get off of that and let's get on to another topic. Let's talk about Xbox over here paving the way for these companies. And one of the oldest companies that we know that's in gaming has actually taken something from Microsoft, and it's like, hey, look, you know what? This is something that we're going to use. We think that it's a smart move from Microsoft, so we're going to use it too. And the company is Nintendo. Nintendo is going to be using the same strategy as wanting to let people play games for free, have a free trial. That's something that Xbox has been doing for a long time here. And so I'm going to go to you, Operations. What do you think about that, man? I mean, is this showing that not everything that Xbox do to the is wrong? But, you know, since naysayers say Xbox just can't do anything right this generation?
As far as them getting Ninja for Mixer, right?
No. What?
No. He's talking about
it was cutting in and out. I couldn't hear him.
He's talking about game demos being done by Nintendo.
Oh, the game is okay. I'm sorry. It was cutting on my end, so I was trying to pick up where you were trying to get at.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, as far as that, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But as far as them, implementing that feature, that's pretty cool as well. Like, I guess Nintendo's been watching like the data that Microsoft's been collecting from Game Pass, seeing or news and release amount, and they've seen like there is an audience for this. They actually care to with this, and actually it works for them as well. And, like, as for all people who are fear-mongering about this, no, this does not kill sales for games. It actually increases them, like Phil Spencer said in the past as well. So definitely Intel, I guess, quote unquote, falling behind and implementing this feature is a good thing for them as well. Because believe it or not, many people skip out on games because they don't never really bother with that genre and never played it before. So if they can actually try it, and most people actually end up liking it, then they'll buy it at a certain point. So this actually helps them in the game system as well. So this is a great thing, Nintendo. I'm glad they're implementing this. I think right now it's like a beta phase right now, so it's not officially been rolling out. But if they should do commit to this as well, it's going to be good for Nintendo because many people try new games they haven't tried before, give people experience that genre as well. So there really is no negative to this as well. It's a good move for Nintendo. I hope Sony picks up as well because a lot of people didn't try God of War or some of their bigger exclusives because they're probably not just for them, and they don't want to go through that paywall just buying it. So if they can try it, they might like it. They'll buy more games.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. I think that's one of those things where people, they look at it and they say, hey, look, we want, can you hear me?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
We going in and out. Yeah, it'll go in and out from time to time.
Okay, so it's not just me.
Oh, was it going in and out?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, maybe because
I'll go in and out.
No. Okay, let me see.
You're good now.
Okay, all right. I probably had to change, unplug and plug my mic back in again. So anyway, but no, I was just looking at the situation for it's just good. It's smart. I think that's how you're going to get a lot of people's interest. Yeah, you just put that with other games that aren't really really well known, or for maybe that might be on people's radar, but they're not willing to bite yet. So if you get those games out there, people are going to have a chance to jump on it. Hey, Livewire, what do you think about this, man? Oh man, tonight is one of those nights. I don't know.
Everyone's out of it tonight.
Everybody's out of it tonight. I don't know what's going on, but okay, Bloody, go ahead, man.
I'll put my thoughts on it, right? I think it's a good thing because of the fact that it shows that, you know, Microsoft's been doing demos in that for a while. Technically, everyone's been doing demos, right? You know, PlayStation did demos way back in the day with demo discs and stuff like that. And they do have some game trials and stuff on the store, but it's one of those things that they haven't done really for a while. But, you know, Xbox has been keeping that going with a lot of games lately. And now Nintendo actually doing it is a good thing because Nintendo was the last one to really pick up on this, right? Everyone else has been doing it for a while. PC does it all over the place, right? I was like, so Nintendo finally catching up and offering demos for a lot of their games is a good thing because of the fact that we're not entirely certain how some of those games are going to work on the Switch. But, you know, it's Nintendo, so any game that's on the Switch, everyone's going to eat up no matter what. But the fact that they're now offering that they're actually offering demos is great.
I like it.
Go ahead, Live.
I ain't mad at it. No, I said I like it. I'm not mad at it at all. You know, as long as, I mean, because, man, Nintendo games are expensive as shit, man. A lot of times I don't even... I don't feel like buying that shit because I'll be like, man, $60. This game came out like 2 years ago. Man, fuck out of here.
Yeah, that is something that I seen. Like, I'm gonna get this Switch, but I'm like, man, when are these game prices gonna go down? You don't see. Do they have like any digital sales or anything like that on Nintendo?
They do, but it's like third party will be a little bit cheaper, but them first party games, them shits don't. I mean, the lowest I've seen maybe like 45 for like Zelda.
Like I said,
Black Friday or some shit like that.
Blade. Yeah, and I played 60 for Xenoblade. I'm like, damn. This can't like nope. And I looked around. I said, fuck it. I want to get a hard copy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just expensive, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess people buy it, buy those games because it's Nintendo, but like, bro. A lot of times, the only reason I got 3 games, like I'm telling you, if they had games that was like $20, I have more Switch games, but I'm not spending on a third, option console. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah, no,
not for me. I mean, other people they do what they want, but I'm not doing that shit.
Okay, all right. Today is one of those days. I tell you that.
Your dog is bugging.
Yeah,
huh?
dog.
That's the neighbor dog.
That's the neighbor's dog.
Megan's dog.
No, my dog is in there. He's in there quiet. My dog has already got trained. You can't be coming in here acting crazy. He's in there. He's in there with Mama. He's not gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's over there protecting her.
I got 2 racist dogs on the block. You know what I'm saying? And then my neighbor's dog. You know what I'm saying? We want a cord and stuff, and they be going to attack, trying to go. They
only bark at the black people that come down the street. That's what it is.
Oh no!
Yeah, yep. I got one down the street, and it's a big white dog. So I'm like,
oh my God, what is going on tonight?
Man, why do they keep going off in these fucked up tangents, man?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I had a long week. It's hot. It was hot and shit. I'm starting to drink. Put some liquor in me. I might start ripping off.
Ripping off what?
I don't.
You already been. I don't even know.
No.
I don't know. I'm about to. Yeah. Okay.
You don't even want to talk to.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, anybody else want to touch on this Nintendo thing?
And that's it too late.
Yeah.
What you mean too late? How's it too late? How's it too late? How is it too late?
Because you're gonna let me. I ain't really kind of a fan of that. To tell you the truth,
That's all right.
No, I'm gonna be true. I'm like a weekend. And then look how long, especially say it's on Xbox or PlayStation. Say you get to download it digitally, right? The time you download it, you're gonna play it for 2 days and say you really like the game. They're not giving you a discount on the game.
I think it's supposed to have a discount.
Microsoft will give you a discount. I don't know.
PlayStation. Well, I don't know if PlayStation does the free weekends. I know that they have a lot of discounts too.
Because I saw people posting you can play this game. I saw developers posting like, "Hey, free play weekend on soccer cars on all platforms."
Oh, okay. So yeah, but I know PlayStation definitely got discounts because usually when there's one that because they vice versa like the Evo sale, I think that they're both going on right now on Xbox and PlayStation. But usually, if like let's just say Activision have a sale and Xbox has something else, they usually kind of flip that next month or whenever that special is over. So yeah, they both have a lot of great deals.
The companies don't like that. That's something I don't like what the companies do, because a lot of people, like you said, sometimes it's simultaneously. They was like, oh yes, it's a Activision sale, but the Activision sale be straight on Xbox too.
Well, yeah, I mean,
when somebody put it on Twitter or IGN or on the other, since supposed to be journalists do put it on there. I can understand the flash.
Dylan, have you sent me your rent money?
Bloody.
This ain't coming. This ain't coming to
Bloody. What the hell's going on?
Huh?
What
Your rent due?
is your rent due?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why you putting all your business on that shit? Where?
I guess he think that he got himself muted.
Muted.
Oh my God! Hey man, hey if you guys if guys wasn't ready tonight, we could have just said, look, we could do it next week. But this is bad.
Oh, what? It's not set. It's set to the wrong fucking microphone. Oh shit.
Yeah, well, I was like, what's going on? It's like, what are you talking about with the rent? At least y'all paying rent. I said, I guess, yeah. Oh, baby dragon, you got that baby oil? I've been like, thank you guys. Good night. I hope that you enjoyed this week's episode of GRG. God damn, I gotta get out of here. Yeah. I'm like, that was funny.
I'm done. I was like, I'm gonna go outside. There's a nice bridge up the road. I already got my spot.
Oh man, I would have been like, oh snap, like boy. Whew. All right, okay. Let's reel it in, gentlemen. All right, so 100, he says he doesn't like the whole weekend thing. 100's been left all this show so far. He didn't like Mortal Kombat's story. He said it wasn't something that it wasn't truly original.
Why I gotta always go with the Jones? That's different. Ain't we all individuals?
But I think that you would just be going left just to go left.
Sometimes I know. Sometimes I do it, but nah. This is. I'm being. I'm saying.
Okay,
my
you're being
personal
honest about
preference.
it. Okay, I got you. That's cool. No, I'm not mad at you about it. I'm just kind of like, what? Because that's one of the better fighting stories. I don't know, but hey, it is what it is.
That's why I like the 10 better.
You like the X story better?
I like the X story better. I like the X story better. I didn't. I mean, not saying that. I never said it was dog.
Okay.
I like the X story better, and they, the elements of how they brought in new characters and stuff like that. I'm like, where they at? That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Takeda.
Okay. All right, cool.
And then I want to see, maybe you get, all him and somebody was supposed to get, what I'm saying, do the oompy oomph or something, and then all hell.
Oh, okay. Again, we're done. All right. Let's get on to the next topic. What the hell tonight? Why? All right. This is the time when I miss the ladies, because they would definitely kind of roll this back up, put this back in a bow, take it tight. All right, let's go. Ready at Dawn. This is something that me and Don talked about the other day, and it was pretty interesting because when we first seen it, it was basically showing that Ready at Dawn was having was posting this thing on Twitter that they got a new shiny building. It looks all plush. It's all nice. It's out there in Cali. It was just startling. And then they was talking about they got the lettering out there, Ready at Dawn. It's all bright and so somebody's got to be funding them. And automatically, when you look at a lot of people, they're saying, "Oh man, this is already confirmed, a sequel for The Order." But I don't know. I was listening to Don, and then listening to a couple of other people as well, and they kind of got the thought process that maybe this isn't Sony who's fitting the bill. And some people may think that it's Microsoft. Some people may think that it's Amazon. Some people think that it's, or I'm not saying Amazon, Google, or maybe there's a third party somewhere out there that might picked up this company. But regardless of the fact, I'm finna go to you, operations, and get your thoughts about this, man. What do you think about this whole Ready at Dawn situation? Do you think that do you think Sony is a player in this, or do you think that there's somebody else? Were you a fan of The Order? Did you even play it, or any of the games that they played that they made? They made tons of games. So, what is your thoughts altogether? Really?
Op on Apollo 13 and shit.
Damn. Oh man, I don't know. Op is gone, man. Op is out of there.
We lost that. We lost.
You refer to me? I can't. You keep going.
Oh my god, bruh. How am I going? Okay, hold on. People in the chat.
It's probably just my end, not you.
Yeah, because people in the chat would have been saying that I'll be going in and out if I was going to.
Floridian fucking internet. That's why.
They got that. That's what it is. They got that. So this is the reason why we're not going to have a serious xCloud or Google Stadia because people's internet's not right. They ain't paying for the proper internet.
But you got Twitter, you got anything on your browser? Because I was hearing him going in and out, and I just cut everything off that I know that takes bandwidth.
Yeah, hopefully that'll do it. But y'all sound pretty clear right now. No, as far as Ready at Dawn.
Yeah, yeah. Go to the Ready at Dawn. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been hearing everybody's take on it. People saying Sony or Microsoft could possibly buy them or Stadia, but I have a different take. Like, what if THQ Nordic started, funneling money towards them as well? Bit of a spree, acquiring studios, acquiring talent as well. So maybe they went around, probably got them on their team as well. I'm not saying it's not possible. Sony could have got them as well because anything's possible. I look at a Cydia with Microsoft. Like beforehand, they hired and created that game. They canceled. I forgot what it was called. It was something. Ray, something like that. I can't remember what it's called exactly, but like Microsoft hired to make the game. They canceled it, and that put them in really bad shape. Then they acquired them years later. As far as from what I've been told, Sony for the order. What did they do afterwards? They chewed them off. They're like weird. I know it's messed up. They did the Ready at Dawn. Kind of messed up the relationship with each other. So maybe like they probably mended behind closed scenes. They probably acquired him. Who knows at this point? But it's on THQ Nordic at this point. It's an all about choice. If someone probably did buy them.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as them getting the studio, so it's just pretty cool. Hopefully, make it better again in Order 1886. I played a little bit of it, but from what I got, I just didn't like it that much. But a lot of people liked it and whatnot. So, whatever, it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Cool. What about you? I just talked to operations. What about you, Livewire? Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. What do you think about this? Yeah. I can hear you fine. What do you think about the whole Ready at Dawn situation? And do you think anybody else could be a player on this? Because there's already Sony fans already calling this a win for them and that this is going to be the studio. Even though we have heard rumors that there will be some acquired studios being picked up by Sony or just one. We don't know how many, but could Ready at Dawn be that one, or is somebody else going to get this company?
Didn't they already have Ready at Dawn?
Yeah, they did. And it was a bad divorce. It was ugly. Like, I mean, I can only speak for myself, and for the other people that I talk to, but we all thought that company was dead in the water. Like, Sony kind of just dropped them with no respect. Like they treated them like they never did anything for them because of that game. And there were words spoken, things like that. So, I mean, do you still think? I mean, they can mend relationships, but do you think that that Sony is still a possibility at this point?
I don't think so. I think if Sony thought that they needed them, they would have never got rid of them. Be honest. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, why get rid of them if you thought they were worth something?
Well, that part's true. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes
so they're a second
sense.
party or they're first? I think they're a second, right?
No, they were first party for them.
First party, okay.
Yeah, they were first party for them.
So they dropped them. Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah, they dropped them. What's up, Sir X-Man? Appreciate the support. He says, "What's up, peeps? What's going on with you tonight? Be prepared for a weird night because people are out of sync. I don't know if they've been too busy. 100's been going on some crazy rants. He been saying stuff from the doo-doo to I don't know else, but regardless of to prejudice white dogs barking at him. So we don't know what we're gonna get from 100 when I go to this topic for him. But regardless, you know what I'm saying, still family. We gonna hear what our crazy cousin have to say. So go ahead, Live, finish up, man.
So I just feel that I don't see the point in Sony going back with them. To be honest, I don't like. If you really thought they was something, why would you let them go? Microsoft pick up somebody that they let go. I don't know. I don't remember them letting go of a company and then pick them back up. Oh, nah, I don't see it happening.
Okay, all right. Short to the point. Oh, Sir X-Man coming out and saying, I pissed off 100 last night. Okay, I don't even know what was going on. I mean, I wasn't even online last night. So,
who knows?
Yeah, who knows? So, but regardless. Oh, he says you think he did. Okay, well, that's good. Anyway, regardless of that, Knuckles, what do you think about the whole Ready or Dawn situation? Knuckles?
You hear you?
I think he stepped away because he's playing better. Oh, there you go.
No, I'm here.
Okay, did you hear what I said?
No, I was like, that was my bad for a second.
Oh, okay. It's just going on with the rest of the night. Don't worry about it. It's a fuck up tonight.
Tonight is not our night.
Yeah, tonight is not you guys' night. Y'all are not ready for prime time.
Literally, I took off my headset for a second to fix my hair as you started talking. That's what happened. Hey,
he got to get flop for the bitches.
He got to flop it. Yes, got to flop it. Anyway,
question. Repeat.
What are your thought about what question? What were you gonna say?
Oh, you're asking about
Ready or Dawn.
Their name on the building finally?
Yes, and do you think that there's anybody out there that's a player besides Sony? Because there's people that's already thinking that this means that there's going to be a sequel to The Order 2. Or to The Order.
I think that they might that they would do it. Because of the fact that despite how the reception for The Order was, where that it was a short game, it was overly expensive, it wasn't necessarily super groundbreaking or anything, a lot of people still had enough enjoyment of it. And I'll say this, right, when it comes to Sony, they'll throw sequels at pretty much everything. And if a game like Knack can get a sequel, I'm pretty sure a game that was a little bit more better received like The Order would get a sequel. So them getting their name on their building and everything else that's going on with their office, I honestly believe that them getting their own, this is literally not out of the question at all. I guarantee absolutely with no doubt that they're going to get a sequel done here soon.
Okay, so do you think that means Sony would have them come back? Because I mean, somebody's funding them. That they weren't doing this a couple of years. Everybody thought they were closing their doors and they were done. So obviously somebody's funding them. So do you think it was that it'd be Sony?
Yeah, I think Sony's the one who's gonna be funding it. I was like, unless they get outside funding from a third party. But I believe, does Galactic Studios, do they actually own that IP, or is it owned by Sony?
I believe that it's owned by Sony. I don't know. I'll check.
Okay, so hold on. So if it's owned by Sony, then definitely they would have to come back to.
Ever thought about this? Someone else is putting money into them.
You know
don't know nothing about.
Yeah. So I just think.
And I heard is they didn't never say it was making another two. It's going out. They were just going out there. People is assuming this. This is assumption. This is a rumor. Well, I don't think they're making one just because they got all this. They might be making something else. They can even make a game for the damn VR. We don't know.
Okay, so who do you think that would acquire them? Somebody's funding them money for them to have their own office like that.
Private funding. You have millionaires everywhere. When people invest in companies, you're getting it from somebody can just invest them because they believe what they see, and they had a spokesperson to come in. It might not even be a big time player. Might be somebody that has a lot of money that can believe in them. And then you got to understand that game is not. If they make another game, it's not going to be exclusive. It's going to be where do you make your money at? How are you going to make your money at? And you're going to try to put it on many platforms so that you can do. So it's not going to be, people assume it's going to be the order. But no, I don't think it's going to be the order. Because Sony dropped them. So why would I make a game with somebody just dropped me?
Right.
You want to bring me back? What I'm going to do? Well, I'm doubling the price. I'm tripling the price.
Right. And right now I'm looking at the Order 1886 developer doesn't own the IP, so obviously that it belongs to Sony.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. So yeah.
Who knows at this
point? Could be, and I mean, a lot of people thinking Microsoft got the Microsoft money long. They behind everybody. You know what I'm saying? They been bought me just for a video game. But we don't know. They under NDA when you make these deals until they say, I want to announce it at this time. Want to fund this game? Let's be quiet. Gamescom coming. Let's just wait till Gamescom. We see it on somebody's stage.
Well, I mean, it's something worth to talk about. I mean, I don't think that it's not up in the air to go out and just say, hey, look, I mean, do you think that somebody else could have acquired them? I mean, it's not just that simple just to go and just say, well, just wait until here. I mean, we're a gaming podcast and we talk about this stuff. I mean, this stuff is interesting. I think that I think the people that listen, they kind of want to hear our thoughts about this. And
it just got out.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it
just got out.
So you think that they're going to be more of a third party? You think somebody like maybe Tencent or somebody else may have acquired them?
It's going to be somebody that got some pockets that's large, and they have a game that they showed them. They presented that game to them. They already have something in their back pocket. That's how business get done. When you go present something to somebody, you want somebody to invest in you. You have to have a hell of a presentation. When you come with that presentation, somebody like, hey, okay, let me go talk to some of my other investment buddies. Out here in LA, everybody got money but me.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. Basically, what I was hearing from, like what Don was saying from the show the other day, he was thinking that the relationship between Ready at Dawn and Sony is kind of like in the same realm as Crytek and Microsoft. So I don't know, and I mean it's not too far fetched for those games for Ready at Dawn to be a third party. What was crazy is that like Quantum Dream, all those games that they made for PlayStation, I looked at it and they had it in a bundle for like $12. All of their games, all of the games that they made for PlayStation is only like $12. I was like, damn, that's
they were smart.
Crazy.
They kept their IP. They were smart about it.
Right. So Sony is like, you know what? We'll just do this. We'll do you dirty. We just gonna throw your game out for nothing. So you really ain't gonna get no true bread from it. Like that was, I was like, man. So, and I mean the order is really cheap right now. But I mean all of the PlayStation games that came out a couple of years earlier in the generation, they're all cheap. Like I mean, Drive Club was like $4.
And that shit.
Horizon, I played it. I like it. I'm not saying that I hate. It's not the best racer at all. But
you'll pay $60 for it.
Hell no. I told you I bought it. I bought it for $5. But and then I bought the DLC. I bought it for $10 because they had the DLC. What'd you say?
You'll pay $60 for it
for Drive Club? No.
No. It's even with my man Livewire. Well, y'all pay exclusives on them. We got bound flying for $60. We gonna take God of War. We gonna take Horizon Zero Dawn out of it. Any of them other games, would you pay $60 for, or you just wouldn't?
Not well. You mean just all in general the games I played?
I'm talking about in general, like that game dropped that day. You know, we say day one. Even we even do what our movies say day one, or we gonna do COD. Go see, you gonna go day one, get that game on PlayStation, or you'll wait till going to the bargain bin. It's exclusives. So,
I mean, I probably wouldn't have bought it day one because I knew it wasn't anywhere I'm gonna play it like multiple times. It's a great game and I enjoyed it, but it's really like a really pretty Telltale game. I mean, to be all honest.
Well, I got hooked up with Detroit, but I would buy Detroit day one. I mean that.
I bought Detroit and it was a wonderful decision, dude. I
Right.
actually do like that game, but I also really like Quantic Dream. Quantic Dream was one of the first ones who really did a lot of that story-based, like narrative-driven, way back in the day on the OG Xbox, mind you, with Indigo Prophecy, also known as Fahrenheit, on PC. I was like, so, you know, they do wonderful with that because they kind of help push that. Besides old point-and-click adventures way back in the day and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I definitely I would buy Detroit day one. There would be no doubt about that. I Horizon Zero Dawn I bought day one. Unfortunately, yeah, no, I think that
game I would have been mad if I bought that shit day one. I did not like that game.
Now I bought Street Fighter V day one, but I bought it on PC. I was going to buy the PlayStation bundle, and I just so happened just got lucky because I was told, hey, look, you know, you got a gift, and then I was like, what is that? And I mean, but that was pretty much, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months later. But I was hinted about, you know, I wouldn't get that PlayStation just yet, and I was like, why? And it was just like, why don't you just wait? So I was like, all right, but I got the PlayStation brought to me as a gift, and so it kept me from getting the Street Fighter V a bundle because that's where I was going to get my PlayStation with the Street Fighter V because I was like, oh yeah, I got to get this. And instead, that's when I first started working on my PC, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get my PC up to part of where I can play Street Fighter V, and then I bought that, but it was only like $39 when I got it, and I'm happy because I'll tell you this right now. If I bought Street Fighter V as my first PlayStation console game, I would have took that PlayStation and sold it, and I probably would have been this deep hatred fanboy that so many of these PlayStation fans call me, because I would have been pissed. I would have been so hot. Oh my god. Street Fighter V was absolutely ass juice. It was horrible. I was so angry. Like, why in the world would they mess up Street Fighter V? I mean, why would they mess up Street Fighter? Street Fighter has never came out with an incomplete game like this ever in its history. So that was a bad taste in my mouth, but I'm glad I didn't get it on the PlayStation as that bundle. And I'm just thinking, I got Neo too, day one. I'm trying to think. I got Ratchet and Clank day one, and I'm trying to think of what other game that I get day one.
Much of that, but that game was $40. So
I got Guilty Gear. I got Guilty Gear, and I got the fighting games. I got Guilty Gear. I got JoJo Bizarre Adventures, all those type of games. I got those games day one. But yeah, for other titles, no, no, not really. I wouldn't be.
That's the only thing I kind of
Bloodborne, stuff like that. No.
That's what they did. That's what they should have. So nice.
Yeah, well, I mean, I played Until Dawn. I got my son a PlayStation before I got one.
So I haven't beat that yet.
Yeah, so Until Dawn is great, but I like that game. So, but I played a couple of games on his console, and then I played games over on my friend's PlayStation 4. So I kind of knew like what to expect and how the controller worked. I mean, I've always had a PlayStation, so it was just one of those things. I was like, this, Bloodborne definitely did. None of my homeboys, and I had quite a few homeboys that had a PlayStation 4. They wasn't interested. They was like, I ain't playing that weird looking shit. I don't care about that. So
it's very much an acquired. I know a lot of people press for Bloodborne that really like it, but it's very much an acquired taste.
Yes,
like, if you're not into that type of easy type stuff, you're not gonna really like it.
Yeah. So no, it was one of those things for me. I was just kind of like, there really ain't no reason for me to get a PlayStation. I mean, Until Dawn, I like it, but I can beat that, what I'm saying, on my son's console. So I'm cool with that. Like, I could do that, knock that out. And then like Infamous Second Son. I mean, the first Infamous, it was cool, but I mean, I don't know. It just wasn't something that was on my radar. I got it. Killzone, I really wanted to play it, but that's the crazy thing. I bought it. It was like $7. They had it for like $7-8, and I still haven't played it. I haven't booted it up yet. There's still PlayStation games. Killzone.
I tried it. I tried it on whatchamacallit. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I haven't booted up Killzone. I haven't booted up Infamous Second Son. Now, I played it, but I haven't. But as for me on my console, no, I haven't even booted it up. The Order 1886, I haven't even booted that up yet. And I'm trying to think if there's one more that I haven't even had the desire. And I'm just like, I was intrigued about The Last of Us because everybody talks about how great that was. And when I played it and I put about 3 hours in, 3 and 4 hours into it, and I just was like, this is stale to me. But of course, I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty, and it's like, it seemed like if I fart in my own house, that damn clicker's gonna hear you. Like, what the hell? I'm not even moving. Oh, Jesus. So, I don't know. Maybe I need to turn the difficulty down, but I was just like, come on. What's the deal here?
That game is notorious for being buggy as hell.
No, man. But, I mean, it has potential. I haven't seen it yet of why everybody is so gripped onto it, but that's just with anything. Like, I talk about the games that I like, and people say, oh, Mega, that game is trash. So it is what it is. It's the eye of the beholder. But I don't know. It just, with the Ready at Dawn thing, that game got treated like trash. That was one of the one few PlayStation games that didn't get the love that it deserved, I guess, because there's people now that's talking about like there should be a sequel. But at that time, nobody was talking about it should be a sequel because nobody wasn't really playing it. And so that's why Sony dropped their ass. So I really do think that somebody else is fitting the bill. If it could be Microsoft, who knows? I would go with probably what 100 is saying and thinking that it's probably a third party. That Ready at Dawn's going to be more like a third party, and maybe later down the line they might be somebody's second party. They'll make a second party game for somebody, but I don't know. I think that they might just be going multi-plat. Anybody got any thoughts about that? Okay, all right.
I mean, you're talking about the fucking, hang on, I can't even think right now. My fucking words are, yeah. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. I can't talk anymore.
Because you're too busy doing whatever you're doing on the other side. You talking with somebody.
I'm listening.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You was talking with somebody on the other line. I can hear you. See, Discord's over here letting me know. I can hear it clearly now.
Nah, because the fact that, listen, I could be talking right now and in the middle of that talk.
Uh-oh.
I mute my shit. I have my shit on mute. I know when I'm not talking on the street.
You didn't have nothing on mute when we was talking. We were hearing about your rent.
Yeah, because because if you didn't hear, my fucking computer died. I had to get another computer again on the fourth fucking time in the past 5 months. I had to fucking reset everything up. What's that got to do with anything? It wasn't set the fuck up.
What you get mad about? Yeah, what you get mad about? Because you got to get another computer. I didn't break the shit.
I know, but you know what? I'm done. All right, I'm out the chat. Bye, guys. It's night. Everyone have a wonderful night. I'm out. Done.
Oh man.
I give up on life.
All right, cool. Anyway, so all right, let's talk about this Halo Easter egg, right? The Halo Easter egg. I don't know how many people seen it. It was pretty cool because I didn't even pay attention to it. That's how dope it was, right? So if you watched it, I'm pretty sure a lot of people and everybody that's listening, they've seen the Halo Infinite trailer. Well, there was a part where they were showing the guy that woke up Chief, and at one point in the game if somebody, and this is crazy to me, how do people find shit like this? Like that's so wild. But they stop the frames and it shows a barcode. And so when you show it, it's like this red bar around that guy, and there's a barcode there. And then when you put your phone or whatever to it, then it turns into a voice message. And the voice message is Cortana. And Cortana is saying, you hear all this noise, you hear shooting, you hear all this other stuff before you hear Cortana's voice, which is sounding really weird, like, hey man, somebody messed up really bad. But then all of a sudden you hear Cortana say, you're another part of me. And that's like, whoa, what's going on here? So it's giving in a whole different thought process of where is Halo Infinite going? Where the story going? Is that Cortana? Is there two different Cortanas? Is there something else going on? What the hell? So I'm going to go to operations, and hopefully he's alert. He's ready.
Listen.
Okay.
No, I'm
cool.
listening. All right.
Oh, you listened about that? What'd you say?
I'm going to go to operations. I'm the Halo dude.
Because operations is the one that wanted to talk about this topic heavily.
I do.
He's the one that brought it to my attention, so I have to go to him. I'm gonna go to you second. I'm gonna go to you second.
Man, I got to get out of jail by 12 o'clock tonight.
Oh no, the way the show is going, we might be getting done in about 10 minutes. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't have this. This isn't GRG tonight anyway. But operations, give me your thoughts about this. What does this mean to you? Wow, where did you go to see this at? This was what was crazy. Like that was amazing.
Luckily, I followed the right people because I saw it on my timeline. This was like, is this shit real? Like, okay, hold this. I opened link when I heard Cortana. I was like, oh, they going this route now. So basically, like, the running theories going on in the community right now is like, this is like Cortana. Either there's a copy of Cortana, or it's like a fragment of Cortana broke off from the domain as well. But like, so right now, people are thinking that either Halsey made this copy of her, or maybe this is a part of it that's synthesized from the domain they extracted from there.
Oh, when she was fighting the cartographer.
No, the Didac in Halo 4.
Didac, yeah.
Which is the domain.
Yeah.
Which he's supposed to offer in that game, yeah. So possibly people are thinking like this is like a parallel to how Mendicant bias and offensive bias. First, there was Mendicant bias. He was created to combat the Flood, playing defect to the Flood. Then Forrest created offensive bias, I believe it's offensive bias, later on to combat a Mendicant bias as well. So people are thinking that's the same parallel is happening there. They're probably going to do like the same concept with this new, I guess, Cortana fragment as well. Everybody's theorizing right now, but this is big right now. Like this, they kind of changed the perspective of how they're handling Halo Infinite right now. Because like at one point you're thinking one thing, now we found this, and like this throws everything out the window almost pretty much. So, man, I'm real jitty about it. I can't say too much about it because nothing's really concrete. But like, man, like you still haven't found everything in this trailer right now. So who knows what else we will find that could possibly throw off what we theorize right now as well. But yeah, man, it's crazy though. The more of this, like you're just going nuts at this news right now.
Yeah, no, it is very crazy. Like there was, like it's like almost like they throwing everybody for a loop because it's just like what you said. Everybody's had these predictions about how the game is going to be, where it's going. We heard something where that made me very happy that there will be some appearances from the people from Halo 5, of course, #SaveLock. And then just and just like the gentleman said, he said, look, if the first game you played was Halo 5, then the tie-in is going to be completely the tie-in's going to be right there for you in Halo 6. So in Infinite. Yeah, so that's going to be really dope. But 100, since you were already hyped about this, give me your thoughts about this because you seem to act like you knew that this was already in the game. Come on, bro. Let me know what's happening.
I didn't know. I'll put it this way. I had a couple of days. I heard about it, but I didn't. It's an RRQ code. That's what the red symbol is. He ended up taking still shots of it and put it all together. 343 came on and said, yeah, that is a real Easter egg, and there's more Easter eggs in that video. E3. That's where you see Chief is at. It's like 007. That's Installation 007. We lost that bad boy. I want to say where that's at is, we were kind of around that doing Halo 3. When you saw, remember Halo 3? And you saw Chief was seeing Cortana was like, come get me and all that other stuff? That's a fragment of her when the Great Mind had her. If you watch Halo 4, you only need a fragment of her to bring her back. They're like, Halsey can fix you. If you watch the beginning of Halo 5, in, and you see that Cortana, that is a different Cortana than the Cortana that Chief had.
Yeah, that definitely is. Yeah.
That is just doing the creative. That's why she tells Locke, you might have to kill both of us. Both of us, that person can't never come back. So 4, when you rolling, and she said, yeah, she tells Chief, they might put you with another, you know what I'm saying, with another person of me, but it's not going to be me. It's of her. He probably going to search for her fragment. You know what I'm saying, for her. And then I think that the word on the street is Halsey makes another version of Cortana, but to make Cortana the original that we know that can fight this other Cortana that she made, find the fragment and put that fragment. If you listen to the message, she said, "This is me,"
or at least a part of me.
Yeah, it's part of me. So it's telling you, it's telling you, it's like, okay. That's why you see Halsey at the end of Halo 5 was saying, I've been looking for you, because Halsey probably realized she fucked up. Cortana out there. But thinking about it, everybody thought John was dead when she made that other Cortana. Of her brain. And thinking about it is, that is illegal in the UNFC. AI is built off of a person's memory, off a person's mind, a human mind. When you're talking about Minikin bias and all that other stuff, maybe Minikin tells Chief how to bring her back, because he does talk to you in if you go through I forgot what's that thing called, the terminals.
Yeah, the Halo 3 terminals.
He's talking. So it's gonna be Cortana against Cortana. I'm gonna take her out because what she do? Then you gotta even throw in the Banish into the game now. Bach will mess with the Banish, and you go try to figure out how to solve this, because I think we lost the war. And that's what old boy said, man, we done lost. Why we keep on fighting? We didn't lost.
Well, I think they lost because the Banish came out of nowhere. Nobody knew about the Banish except for the people in Halo Wars.
Yeah. And if you played
Spirit of Fire,
right, and if you played Halo Wars, which I've heard that Halo Wars 2 actually did really good. So I don't, I'm just going by what I heard. I don't know if it did. I don't care if it did or not. But the fact of it is for the people that haven't, and that's been following the Halo story for somewhat, Halo Wars 2 sets up a lot of things to where the potential of they connect Halo 5, and it seems like it's inevitable that the team, the red team, the Banish is all going to come in somewhere in Infinite. It's already, it's right there. Like at the very end, I'm not going to tell the ending, but at the very end, there is definite tie-in to where to Halo 5. So, and it's one of those things where everybody's going to have to connect and going to meet up. So, if you haven't played Halo Wars 2, I advise you to, because that story is fantastic. I know it's an RTS, but I don't know. I had a great time playing that game.
Put it this way: if you guys
really
want to play the RTS, go on YouTube and just watch all the cutscenes.
Right? Yeah, you can watch all the cutscenes. Yeah, just do that. At least that'll tell you what to watch, what to look for, because not only the cutscenes are some of the best cutscenes that you could ever watch, but it really ties into everything that's going on in the Halo universe. And I think why they're calling it Infinite, it's because I think they're getting ready to set it up to where everybody's going to have to be involved in this, and this is where I think where the beginning of the end of Chief is going to start. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. You know, I've been saying that for a very long time, that I think that's where they're going to have to go, to where they, you know, just slowly wing them off. But I don't know.
I don't think they're going to wing him off like that.
I think they are. They can't just kill him off quickly. They can't do that. That will put people in a rampage.
I think it's going to get a time. I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to throw a twist. I think somehow he be in a humanoid body or something like that, or somebody's brain or something. And I think they're just going to go off with the sun. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Sam, because people don't know Chief is old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think the Chief is going to get murdered or anything like that.
I don't think he'll go away.
Yeah,
I think he's going away like this.
I think he just, I think he's going to say it's my time to go. It's your time to make it on, because the people in Red Team is young. Yeah, and this would be the perfect setup for.
Red Team is as old as him.
Well, they're younger than him. Blue team, and I mean they're older, but they're younger than Chief. Chief is older than everybody.
No, they were part of the same. They was part of it. They were the ones that didn't get the indoctrination.
I know.
And Halsey said they were dead, so they was in cryo sleep.
I know the blue team in them is about the same, is around the same age, but red team I thought was younger. Because in Halo 1, in Halo 1, those dudes the same age. I don't think they're the same age, man. I don't think they're the same age.
Red Team. Only thing Red Team got put on it because Red Team can do the documentations, and Halsey told them people that didn't do the documentations died, and they thought they were dead. Halsey had them in cryo sleep until she can fix her process, and she broke them back.
Well, okay, so let me say this to Slick Slayer. Yeah, I'm over here. Yeah, I'm falling for it now. I don't think that they didn't try to replace Chief with Locke. What they did was that they were introducing Locke, but they did it in a horrible way because the marketing was so butt-ass backwards. They had the illusion of thinking that, because they had Locke actually looking like a bad guy from the advertisement. Like, they looked like, oh man, who's going to win, Chief or this new Spartan that just came out of fucking nowhere that's a bounty hunter? That's how it looked from the advertisements. But if you know... And
that genius, because of what stories get leaked. And then also Megan put in there, Sergeant Johnson's like 89 years old. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that's the thing. Is like there is.
We really don't know what Chief looked like, to tell you the truth.
At the end of Halo 4, they show part of his face. They show his eyes. Yeah, they show he's old.
Was supposed to be anybody. Chief was supposed to be. We were supposed to be the Chief.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's why I think we're now that they're going to be serious with the story. In Infinite, I think that this is going to be the beginning of it. Like, I'm not saying the Chief is going to die. I just think, and that's where I was saying that this is where it's really smart if they do it like this. I don't have any idea what they're going to do with the story. We just got an idea, but I feel that they're going to say, look, we're going to name this game Infinite because it's going to have a lot of things going on that's going to kind of set the tone for us to kind of spread this story outward, and to where it's going to have an Infinite type of feel to it, to where it's not just about Chief. And this is going to be the story itself. I think is going to be doubled down, but with all the rest of the characters from when they said that pretty much Team Osiris is going to make a return.
Osiris is different now. It's only 3 of them now. Well, Buck left.
Okay.
Buck went with his old crew.
Well, we don't know that. We do. Well, that's what
It's in,
in the streets, but it's in the comics. But I'm saying we don't know all. Okay.
The comics are canon now, so Buck.
Well, they got to explain 100. Not everybody read the goddamn books. Chill.
It's not. Think about no.
Yeah, it is. Not everybody that plays Halo reads the books. They would have to explain that. Like people were wondering where Buck is.
I read the books, but I didn't play the games. So
well, that's what I'm saying. Like you, not everybody reads the books. 100.
Yeah, but you can't go off of. That's why you find people that know what the hell they talking about. That's where you go sit there and you go research it. Broke up right after Halo 5 because Buck went back with his wife, and then two people from ODST that's still living, they all turned to Spartan. They turned into Spartans, and they on another little mission on their own.
All right, hold on. Other Zinc, I know that. I'm saying for the sense of the advertising that from when you looked at it from the advertising aspect, it was horribly done because people didn't if they didn't play the Master Chief Collection, or if they wouldn't know who Locke was, because that's when or if they didn't watch that little TV show or whatever, they wouldn't know who Locke was. And if you look at it, if you just jump in and play, let me finish.
That's their fault.
Okay, but what you're saying, 100 doesn't make any sense in the sense of what people, if they don't read the books, how are they going to know what happened to Buck?
Because they might say some Buck went on somewhere. Buck went with this. They can say something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would have to say that in the story if Buck is not coming back, and if Buck does, if Buck is there, then what? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't really actually know how much they're going to use from the books. We don't.
All hell broke loose, right?
What?
All hell broke loose. So
what are you talking about?
All hell broke loose.
What are you talking about?
Just creative took over. You got AIs going against this. They broke loose. They run the galaxy now. So, and then you actually have human people running with Cortana now.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So, yeah. So you got human factions running around with her too, because of the protection that she can give. Some people are bowing down. The UNFC is not as powerful that. Now you have to sit there and put squads together. They are hurting right now.
Okay, but you're not. You're jumping. I'm still talking about the situation because you're not. You didn't. You're only. I'm going back to the whole point about the books and for gamers who play Halo, the gamers that play.
But you want to think about it. If you want to go with the gamer. A real gamer, okay, I'll put this way. A real gamer want to find out about everything. Am I right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. They have to put it. But not people are going to look. There's people that love Halo that hasn't read any other books at all. They just go by what the story is. That's why a lot of people got confused by Halo 5. There was a lot of people that didn't read the story, and they may not have played. They may not have played the Master Chief Collection because of all of the bad shit that they heard about the game when it first got launched, and then they never got a chance to see who Locke was. You see what I'm saying? So
okay, we got YouTube these days, right? We got YouTube, right?
I think we spent a little too much time on this segment.
I think that it's gotten. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of finish it up on it, but regardless,
YouTube these days, right? People watch more YouTube than they watch TV, right?
No, I don't. I don't watch. I play more games than I watch YouTube.
Oh no, I said no. People watch more YouTube than they watch TV.
I don't know. I watch YouTube, but I don't watch. I watch because I watch more sports and news and shit like that than I watch. I'd rather watch if I want to watch the news or something, if I miss it, if I want to watch it on YouTube, but I still watch TV.
But you're talking about the casual. You're talking about the new generation that's getting into Halo.
I get that, but you're still dwelling on something. You're still dwelling on something that a casual gamer or a gamer that doesn't really want to go all that deep into it. They just want to know the story right then within the game. They're gonna want to know an explanation, and you can't just come talking about canon in the books, canon in the magazines. They want to know in the story of the game. So if Buck is gone, then Buck's got to be told why he was gone in the story. That's all I'm saying in the game. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So I got to tell you why Buck is gone, and then this is 10 years. This is like 5 years after Buck left. So I got to tell you why Buck left. I've been telling you the story. I've been telling you what's going on before this game come out.
It does, if people don't listen, I said this like 10 times. I'm saying it for 11th. I can say it again. If people don't pay attention to the books or to the comics, they're going to want to know. That's not their fault. You know what I'm saying? You still got to tell the story within the game. You still got to tell the story within the game. Why you think so many people got so upset about Halo 5? And because so one reason was because of the advertising. Because they didn't see what I've said like 5 times already. They just seen Locke as he's a bounty hunter looking for Chief, and this dude is going to go take out Master Chief. Hell no. This is Master Chief we talking about. Then when you play the story, that's what you even heard people from when they did reviews, they brought up the shit about the commercials. It was like when you look at Locke, you think of Locke as this menacing person that was coming after Master Chief, and it was nothing like that.
I love it because it threw you off because nobody couldn't spoil the damn
No,
game.
that was horrible advertising. You don't do that.
I love that.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that.
Do it again. I'm gonna tell 3, 4, 2, 3. Do it again.
No, they learned a lesson from that because that turned off even the people that knew canon and everything else. That was the very first thing that got people pissed off. Like, why would you portray Locke like this if he wasn't like this? And why would you advertise this game like this? When they're trying to be they're going against each other when that's not what happens in Halo 5. They have to work together. You see what I'm saying? So that advertising was bad. Bad. It was bad. So anybody else want to touch on this?
Y'all beat it to death.
We sure the fuck did. All right. Let's get on talking about something that was pretty curious to me. Was about each state in the country of the United States, and it did this poll of which state was a PlayStation state, Nintendo Switch state.
I thought it was some bullshit.
No, that was real.
That's real. And what was it? Xbox and a PC state. And from this report, that it seemed like it was very accurate. Now, what is amazing to me is that there was so much green in there that you would think that Xbox was dominating in United States, but PlayStation still has been. Now, the one thing that is kind of confusing, though, I mean, it's not really confusing, but the one thing about it that a lot of those green states were states in the Midwest. Oklahoma, it's a Texas. Those are Xbox states, but a lot of the PlayStation states were more in the bigger cities. So there's a lot more populace. Yeah, there was something that I seen in a poll on the news that was showing a demographic about like when they were talking about the electoral college compared to the popular vote. And they were showing like, hey, look, if it always went to popular vote, all the people on the coasts, like they said people in California, Seattle, New York, Maine, and another part of the East Coast. I forgot what other state it was. All those states, all those people that's in those states have about the same or more people than everybody in that Midwestern southern area of the country. It was crazy. I was like, damn. But I mean, when you go to some place like California or New York or something like that, you just see the difference in like just people everywhere. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people out there in the city where I'm at and places out there, but there's a lot of like rural areas, a lot of country and stuff like that. So I could see that. But what was really amazing to me was just to see that the demographic of there's a lot of Xbox states that was in there. There was a few Nintendo, and you would think that there would be a lot more PC, but it really wasn't that much PC. It was mostly Xbox and PlayStation, and that was pretty amazing to me.
more like overseas.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, like Europe is heavy on PCs.
Think about a lot of dudes that you arguing on Twitter about PC. Most of them ain't from the States.
Yeah, so
not that there aren't any in the States. Obviously, there are. But
right. But I'm just saying, just in the sense of the poll, it was pretty amazing because you would think that it would have been a lot more states that would have been that would have been following the PlayStation, but it wasn't. It was more Xbox. It was more states that represented Xbox. So, what is your thoughts about that, Bloody? I mean, what did you think? I mean, do you want to explain it?
Well, for me going in this, god damn it!
Oh, come on, get it together, Bloody.
No, I am trying to get into it. Like, what the hell did some reason it shows that the stream's dead on my end.
Nope, stream's going fine. Looking at it right now.
Oh, okay, no, that completely just okay. Well, my thing just went off. So with the console popularity, I think that is such a large demographic from each of the states, and asked them all what their thoughts on everything was. So to me, I find it interesting because the fact that you mentioned that you were surprised to see all the Xbox in the states. It's really not all that surprising because of the fact that we've known that Xbox's biggest market has always been the US. Yes, there's definitely a strong PlayStation presence, but to be honest, I was like, the presence here for Xbox in North America is absolutely their biggest aspect. Their other biggest market is South America and Central America. You know, Latin America and South America are big Xbox areas as well. So, you know, with the way that we know of the global sales anyways, and the global sales, we would think that PlayStation will be a lot higher. But really, it's not surprising that while there are definitely a lot more PlayStation states in the bigger metro states, stuff like that, it's not too surprising why the graph looks the way that it does for PC and Nintendo. Because Nintendo had quite a few states, but we also know that Nintendo has always been seen as like a secondary like support because a lot of people have a Nintendo console to go with their main console, which is always going to be, you know, Xbox or PlayStation, because that's just kind of how it's been. Even since probably after the Nintendo 64, maybe GameCube, is when everything started going. You know, Nintendo was always supported, but the main competition was Xbox, Microsoft, or Xbox, PlayStation. Come the PS2, you know, Xbox OG eras and stuff like that. But the biggest thing that kind of surprised me is that there wasn't very significant amount of PC states. The PC states were there, but not as prominent as you would think with how many people make PC out to be the big thing or everything like that. It wasn't as big or prominent as people make it out to seem, which goes to show that PC gaming, while it is big, it is not where people play predominantly. Outside of like some pro players or other areas and stuff like that, PC gaming is big. There's no downplaying that, but it's not everyone's go-to outside of that hardcore PC audience in those certain areas and stuff like that, you know. So it's kind of interesting to see how that graph looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, it totally makes sense. Vaca said just a 2 to 4 million difference between difference in the United States, in America and in UK. So so Xbox has closed the gap, but again, I mean, it was pretty crazy to see that many states. I mean, it was a lot of green states, but again, a lot of them was in the middle of the country, and there's a lot of people that prefer to buy American. You know, regardless of how some people may feel about that, there's some people that just want to buy American products. They don't care about buying anything overseas. And I understand, yes, you know, Xboxes has been made over. You know, their consoles get manufactured over in somewhere. I don't know, Korea, whatever. But just Microsoft is an American company, and in the South and in the Midwest, things like that, people really have pride in that. They really do. So it makes sense on that end. But yeah, I didn't really think about it like that from a console space. You maybe from a car or something like that, but not so much from a console. But it is what it is. What about you, Operations? Where's your thought about that?
It's pretty cool if the statistics are true. But if so, contrary to popular belief, people prefer Xbox a lot in the U.S. Because the vocal minority, the media, the headwind that everybody's been pushed for so long, is not as dominant as they would think. It does have an impact on gaming overall, but in the States at least, not on a global scale. In the States at least, people seem to be able to make up their own mind whether they want to purchase Xbox or PlayStation.
PC Mag recently did a number of different surveys to see what is trending in tech right now. The question that's really PC Mag recently did a number of different surveys to see what is trending in tech right now. The question that's really about the choices were Xbox One, PS4, the Nintendo Switch, and PC gaming, obviously. And the results were a little surprising. They make sense once you think about it for a little while, but it's a little weird. So to begin with, let's actually just show the results of their poll. The way they did this was actually kind of like electoral college style, where it's showing a map of the U.S. and it's showing the preferred system of each state. So I'm just going to put that image there for a little bit. You guys look at it, look at your state.
I'll post it in there. I'll post a video in there.
Now, once you've seen that, the interesting thing you might take away right away is
definitely check it out if y'all can. But yeah, more detail than I definitely can on this podcast right now. But yeah, it's cool. It's a cool little thing to have out there.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. What about you, Livewire? What's your thoughts?
I mean, it's the state, so it makes sense. Population is heaviest in those areas. Well, you said they're coastal areas, right?
Yeah, that's more for the PlayStation.
Yeah, and I think those areas also have a lot more diversity. So people are more like, I think in those regions you'll probably find a lot more of the dudes that read a ton of manga and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At least I know living in New Jersey, there was definitely clubs of dudes that would go and read manga. Like just a bunch of black dudes just reading anime shit.
Hey, don't be hating. We had that shit in fucking all over Texas too. I was like, shit, we got six conventions across the state in every major metro. I'm just saying, and I'm just saying, I was like, that's not. I was like, because if that was the case, you'd think that Sony would be a lot more. But
yeah, but I mean, I just find it where. Or diverse group of people, they're a little bit more open to enjoying culture from all around the world. Versus,
I mean, you're not wrong. I was like, Texas,
where it's not necessary. I mean, some people are just more comfortable just knowing. And that's it. Like, I don't even know shit else. Apple pie, French fries. That's it. That's all they care about. Hamburgers,
I mean, I get where you're coming from. I understand that I, honestly, the way that I think about it is that it's just definitely a lot. It's different, definitely.
Yeah, I would say wherever they have a bunch of sushi shops, you probably also see that'd be an area where PlayStation is also the most popular console.
Then you would definitely see that in Texas because we have sushi restaurants all over the place. But guess what? I was like, we even have ramen shops here in my town anyways. I was like, all over the place. But this is still very predominant Xbox area.
Ramen shops, man. Oh, you gotta get some good ramen, dog. Oh, it's amazing.
Yo, you're not wrong. I was like, straight up. But I understand that at least here, I was like, even still, Mega brought up that American by American. That's absolutely true. Even though we could be realistic and say, most of the stuff that we get to make these products aren't even in America, so don't even be lying to yourselves and shit like that. But I think that there are even those areas that are still predominantly Xbox or anything like there are areas that also still have very big cultural appreciation. Because like I said, here in Texas, there's for anime, right? For the Japanese love and all that, it's very prominent in the state. Shit, Texas has its own Texas actually has its own trade agreement with Japan itself
so much so that I've actually been to one of the Japanese Texan conferences that they have here, talking about what they're trying to do to increase trade between the state and the country. I was like, so you don't see a lot of other states doing that outside of the big cities or the big states, places like New York, California, Seattle over there, and Washington, all that kind of stuff, right? I think that this just kind of shows, as Op kind of brought up, is that people are free to make their own decisions, and despite what vocal minority exists on social media might try to get you to think, this actually goes to show that outside of that, it's more diverse, or very much the other way than people would give credit for. Because the fact that if people say that Xbox isn't hitting any numbers, no, if you read anything from the NPD, it's passing or keeping pace where the 360 was at this time. 5-6 years in, it was about almost 60 million. If it's keeping pace or just a little bit above it, that means that right now it should be hitting about 60 million. But no one's talking about that, because of the fact that no one's going to talk about that, because they're trying to keep some other bullshit going on. I was like, and everyone's just be like, everywhere you go, it's only PlayStation. Yet they do a survey like this on a national scale with a large, diverse group and pool of people. You actually see that it's quite opposite of what people would want you to think.
Right. No, I agree. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the last two topics. Knock them out. I want to talk about the Ninja situation. I
got words on this.
Some karate?
Yeah, some karate, kung fu, hi-ya. But I never watched anything of what this guy's done. I've seen him on a commercial, and I remember my son was like, "Oh, Ninja's got a commercial," and I'm like, "Who?" And he was like, "Ninja." I was like, "I don't know who he is." "You ain't never watched him? You do YouTube and you don't?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm sorry. I don't know who this kid is. I watch streaming, but I don't watch streaming like that." So anyway, the whole situation, and I know plenty of people know about this, but I just find it, the thing that I wanted to talk about was the odd situation within this, within the Twitch community, and people out here that's taking it so personal and saying crazy things to the effect of, you betrayed Twitch, and Ninja has done this because he took a deal with Mixer. I'm just gonna go straight to the panel. Like, I mean, 100. What is your thoughts about this? Like, is it that big of a deal that this man went ahead and did some negotiations, is going over to Mixer, or do you feel like he betrayed the Twitch community? Where are you at on this?
Put this way, ain't no betraying nothing. It's called business, money talk, and BS walks. You know what I'm saying? He took a deal, took that same deal. He's not the first YouTuber to do it. If you know Green's Call, he was on both. He's a Halo guy. And he came out when he came out the same time I said the same thing. I said, with Twitch, I'm going to Mixer. Now, I don't know if he did get a deal with it. I didn't get a deal with Microsoft, but I decided, said, okay, that's an open platform. That's something different, because it's just like Twitch is like YouTube is flooded. This is a different option. A lot of YouTubers that go straight to Mixer for things, you know what I'm saying? You can co-stream. It's, everybody has their little niche. What's wrong with Microsoft saying, you know what, it's time for us to go compete with the big dogs, big streamers? And think about it was up. So it's like you're a free agent in baseball, basketball, soccer, football, anything. A nice little deal. And the craziest thing is, when he went on, why everybody went to go run and grab the Mixer app? Through it.
Mm-hmm.
This man today, I actually just decided, I was sitting on because I've been working, since we ain't got no Google Hangouts. Fuck Google. A little thing I'm working on. And phone hit me up and said, hey, online. When I jumped on this stream, that man had 300,000 people. That's more than I ever saw. Microsoft don't even get that they don't get that type of flow. This is business. This ain't nothing personal. and you guys going in to thrash him and all that other stuff. It's just a decision. That's a life decision that he makes. You know, like I said, I didn't know of the man until last. What was that? The Game Awards last year.
Mm-hmm.
What's that other dude? Sonic Fox and all that. And all. I didn't know about because I don't really watch like streams. I don't really do that. But some people I know that do, and some people that know it. Like my son knew who he was because he was like, "Dad, like, yeah, you know what?" He said, "Yeah, you know what's going on? What's going on Mixer?" I said, "What's going on Mixer?" I said, "For real?" I didn't even know about it. He woke me up about it. Like, "Hey, this and that. You was right." I'm like, "Right, but I was like, because Mixer is good." But I'm like, "Yeah, but you know, I was kind of deluded, but I didn't think it was for real. But it was for real." You know, and it's to me, it's all for marketing. To me, this is a great ass marketing deal. Because what Mixers are? What's our default setting? Is Mixer when we want to stream, and that can make people want to go to your. I think that's an excellent platform to stream on. You can make a name for yourself. Nothing wrong with that. But y'all don't send no hate. I'm tired of these people who want to send hate mail and all this other stuff. It's other YouTubers that's coming over too. I heard. This is one of the domino effects. And Microsoft money is long. If they want to pay him, I don't know. Some people told me they was going to pay him $20 million. Wrong business, Mega. We need to go start streaming.
Me and Don was streaming Borderlands too. So I'm finna stream. I'm finna stream me beating somebody's head in Madden tonight. Yeah. It might be you.
Yeah, so I said, well, she can get this one.
You know, me and Op would be continuing Halo if he actually got on and played the goddamn game instead of being a bitch ass.
But you gotta understand this too, bloodies like me, right? Sometimes it's you
this guy from a guy who hasn't touched the series until I offered. Okay, all right.
Sometimes it's you plot the stream.
Boy had 20 years to touch the series.
You plot the stream, but then it's like, damn, like Mega. But am I right? Something happened in the world. Damn, take the air out. Because when you do that, you want to be entertaining. You can't be boring when you're doing a stream. You know what I'm saying? You can get drunk a couple of times, but it's only going to last for so long. It ain't funny no more.
Serious. Yep.
But no, thing about it is, I think it's great. Competition is great. What's wrong with competition?
Nothing. Competition is how it should be.
You know, right now, I'll put it in an analogy.
What happened to that analogy?
It is like I never thought today I was gonna go join the Clippers. So I'm not going with the Clippers. Think about all the things that you can do with Mixer. And I love Mixer saying everybody gonna be a Mixer partner. They open it up to everybody to make some bread. Percentage is more. Like, you know what? You know, YouTube hits me. I only get 20% off YouTube. So if Mixer say, hey, you know what? Give you 30, 25.
YouTube.
Things just straight on Mixer, just for that little percentile, the percentage, and then I'll load it up on my YouTube later on. So I ain't making no money off of it. It's a great thing. And like I said, y'all get on Microsoft for marketing. This is a hell of a marketing deal. They took one of the top streamers in the world, not in the United States, not in the UK, of the world. Today, and he got 300,000 subscribers in one day. I ain't sold nothing. I can't even put two. I can't get 1% of subscribers to come on my shit. But it is what it is. It's I think it's great for Microsoft. Great for him making this bread. You know what I'm saying? Come show me some of that bread, Microsoft, because you know what I'm saying, I'm a real fool. Back my channel. I just want free games. I ain't want no money. Just give me free games.
All right. Cool. Anybody else want to touch on this?
Okay. My computer's still fucking up.
Okay. All right. Okay.
If you were about to talk to me, literally my computer just locked up for like a minute and a half solid.
Oh, okay, I don't know. Somebody's saying that the stream is locking up. I don't know. From my end, I'm looking at the stream right now, and the stream is working fine. But I understand everybody has different internet, and things could be going certain ways. This is my first time going back to Discord, so it could be something that it could be a lot of feedback coming on or whatever. Well, but it's not coming. It's not coming from my end. Trust me. I'm looking at this. It's showing live stream health. It's live. It's green. It's not.
You're the one who's hosting, so it may not be your connection. It may be the server that's
pen to paper.
What'd you say?
There we go. Hello, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go.
All right.
No, my mic just cut off for whatever doggone reason. I had to reset it.
Oh, okay.
For a split second, he's teaching a class.
Hey man, it's what it sounded like to. Hey, what it sounded like to me is that there's a lot of people with some badass internet, and people out here where I'm at, we over here doing good. We eating good on that internet out here.
You're the one who's hosting with all them damn buffaloes and shit.
Hey man, we got that good ass internet shit. Hey, not one time it dropped. I got any drops or anything. I've been in good health or whatever. But I know that I might have to do something a little different. Maybe.
I got an option.
What's that? Huh?
I've been playing with this option already. I've been playing with it all damn near day.
Okay. So I mean, if
I got an option, I'll tell you later.
Okay, all right. You can tell me later.
3 days for free, but I'll buy it.
Okay. Well, there's something that I also that
algorithm is made for
that Soul showed something, and then I'll look into that as well. I mean, I ain't got no problem with it or whatever, but I mean, I just wanted to get sure that we get the podcast rolling again or whatever.
It's called Wirecast.
So,
it's called Wirecast, and like I say, it's
okay. You said you was gonna tell me after the show. Why are you telling me now? The show ain't over.
I thought the show was over.
Oh no, the show's not over. All right. So my whole thoughts about the situation. We'll get ready to wrap it up. My whole thoughts about it. Look, I don't care. I think that it's stupid for anybody to get upset about the guy going and moving on to greener pastures. I mean, this is business, like 100 said. How I look at it is, it's just like any other job. If another job, if you're looking for other work, or if somebody propositions you and they tell you, hey, look, we'll give you twice as much money that you're making over here, plus give you some incentives. You know, if you really like your job, the first thing that you do is go over to your job and say, look, I got this offer. Can you match? And if they decide that they can't match or they don't want to match, then what else are you going to do? You're going to just sit there and say, oh, well, I'm keeping my loyalty because I busted my ass on this platform to get it to where it's at? No, you're going to go over to where they are giving you more money, more incentives because of your hard work. It's not because of them. They have a platform, but you're the one that's busted your ass to get there. That's the whole thing that tripped me out. Like when I had some of those crazy ass, those guys would come and tell me, oh, you're gonna turn your back on the hand that fed you. You know, Z made you, or whoever made you, or this person made you. Ain't nobody made me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody. Oh, 100 made you or what? Ain't nobody made me. Nobody didn't give me a blueprint and say what is how to react, how to learn to talk, how to communicate within a party of different individuals and mix that together and do that. Nobody did that but me. Nobody. And nobody that's on this panel or for any other place, for Dealer, for Mooch, for Tim Dog, for Showstopper, for anybody, for Chris, the Salty, anybody out there, Xbot, Don, anybody out there that's doing podcasting to this day, right now, those were, there's people that gave pointers on certain things to look out for, things like that. But in order to be in this situation, you busted your ass to get there. To get a fan base. And I feel the same way with this ninja guy. He busted his ass to get his fan base. And for anybody to think that he turned his back on the Twitch audience because he went and took a better deal and was good for his family and people got mad about that, then that's a you problem. Because anybody in his position, I think 99.9% would take that deal. That's just how I look at it. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Anybody got to say something about it?
But he started off he started streaming off of Halo. Oh. He was one of the top Halo streamers. Streamers off playing Halo. So bang on.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. What was you gonna say, Bloody?
Well, I was gonna mention something as the one who's a streamer or upcoming, anyways. Is that for Microsoft getting this deal, right? For securing one of the biggest streamers in the world with Ninja. It shows one that everyone thought that when they were making the new changes and changing how they're paying and helping out the partners and stuff like that on Mixer, they thought that Microsoft was basically saying, hey, you know what? We're going to drop Mixer. We're not going to support it. That it's dying. It's done with. That was literally everything everyone was saying when that blog post came out about the changes that they're making at Mixer. It's all I saw was doom and gloom, right? So why the fuck are they going to drop $20 million on one of the biggest name in streaming in the world to come over to their platform and stream there exclusively? Because the fact that, one, he's so much of a name that he alone made Mixer go #1 on trending on Twitter. Mixer became the most downloaded app yesterday, not on just the Xbox store and stuff like that, but also on mobile devices, on Google, as well as a little bit on iTunes. Mixer blew up yesterday. Not only that, today alone, before he even streamed, there was 100,000 new people who were checking out streams before he started his first official stream live from Lollapalooza, right? That shows that his name alone brought that much attention and brought that many new viewers to the platform. More people coming to the platform is a great thing, because the fact that what makes Mixer so successful is the fact that they're very big about the community and building up on the attention compared to how Twitch does it, right? So because of that, it means that there's going to be an increase in traffic, because there's people who are going to follow and check them out on the new place, but there's still going to be people who may not necessarily like Ninja, who may not support Ninja or really be interested in Ninja. However, Fortnite is a big game, right? It is a global phenomenon. It's one of the biggest battle royales in the world. It's the biggest. He brings a name to that genre and to that game. On Mixer alone, they have the hype zones for Fortnite, for Rainbow Six Siege, for Black Ops 4, and all of that, right? So, and PUBG, right? So the fact that even if people like Fortnite who don't like Ninja might end up finding more Fortnite streamers because of the hype zones and stuff like that. And the way that Mixer's algorithm works, they support the up and coming better than Twitch has a dedicated spot for up and coming streamers and stuff like that. So more traffic means more people to go check out new streams, and because there's new people checking out new streams, it helps to grow those people who want to make it big. Because the thing about Twitch right now, it's so cannibalistic. No one over on Twitch believes in supporting each other because of the kind of community that Twitch has built over there for the streaming culture. Mixer's completely changed that dynamic and absolutely very supportive. So the fact that they're bringing more people over and things like that with one name alone kind of shows the investment on what kind of money that streaming can do for a company and for a platform. Because of the fact that all the hate that's saying that him coming is bad, it has some negativities, because for some people may feel like they're not gonna get as discovered now easily as before, but it's not necessarily a thing. It's just driving more traffic up. But the people who are absolutely hating on him, saying that he betrayed Twitch and all sorts of shit and that he's sold out, is that when you're like everyone said, when you're a sports player, when you switch teams because you're getting offered more money, does that necessarily call you a sellout? No, you're going where you want to go. What's going to support you? But the biggest thing about it is that he made his own success from his personality, what he games, and how he does his own presentation. Twitch didn't give him anything. I was like, they didn't tell him from the get-go what he needed to do to make it big on Twitch or anything like that. He did that all himself. And the biggest thing, too, about this and everything is that why is there only call-outs against Microsoft and Mixer for buying and locking down a big name like Ninja, yet no one's going after Twitch for the kind of contracts they put up on exclusive streamers? No, and don't forget, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so Amazon has hella fuck you money that no one's complaining about because of the fact that they're getting all the attention, right? What about that fact that no one's even talking about it with the way Facebook Gaming does? Facebook Gaming has been coming up, and they lock a lot of people into some real fucked up contracts to go exclusive on Facebook Gaming. But you don't see them complaining about that. You don't see anyone complaining about streaming on a new service like DLive. It's only because of the fact that it's Mixer, which has been a real steady, strong, upcoming service in the past few years after they were officially acquired by Microsoft. Before when they were Beam, they were just like associated with them, and they were just kind of being helped a little bit before they completely were bought out 2 years ago and brought into the family. So why is there no call-outs against Twitch or Facebook or DLive or any of these other streaming services? Why is it only Mixer? Because of the fact that it's fucking Ninja. That's the only reason everyone's going to hate on it. So they're going to be mad because of the fact that they aren't big enough or that they've been banned or whatever to get an exclusive contract like that. Because of the fact that they're not getting a $20 million contract. That's why. And I was like, and the people who are saying that, you know, Microsoft's willing to throw money at an exclusive streamer but not exclusive games, that's just bullshit stupidity that people are just going to make. Because the fact that, one, that shows that they believe in the streaming service that less than a week ago y'all said that they didn't give a shit about and we're going to completely cut off. But now, not only that, here's the thing. They have money to get a streamer because of the fact that they're going to bring more people to that platform to get that money from all the ads, people who are paying subscriptions, who are going to be buying to make donations and support to those streamers and stuff like that. But also because of the fact that they get more traffic on their website, which also pulls in money, which is the biggest thing for a streaming service, is how many people are actively watching on that stream or on that site, because that's where they make a lot of money as well. He offers that. But granted, if Sony had their own streaming service and they were able to buy an exclusive streamer, you would see them praising the living shit out of it.
That part I do agree. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah. Anybody else want to touch on this before we get into the last topic and move on?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to say something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you know what? I watched that little video of the guy bugging out, talking about how he turned his back on Twitch.
He sold out.
I don't understand this shit at all, dog. I mean, people move on in life. Where the fuck is you at in your head to think that somebody has to stay somewhere for the rest of their life? That'd be like my friend just Allie McCumber. Nah, fuck that, dog. Jersey done supported you all this time, and now you're gonna go to Cali. What kind of shit is that? You take a better job. Like, I don't know people. And you would have thought that Mixer isn't available to everybody. Like, it would be like somebody going from regular television to like cable or something, like HBO or something. Now you gotta buy. It's so I don't know, man. I don't get these people.
No, I don't get them either. No, that part is true. That part is true. All right, last topic. COD multiplayer. I don't know who's watched it, who's seen it. But as for me, day one buy. I cannot wait. Looks dope. That 20v20. That's exactly what what I've been asking for and that I've been wanting. What I thought that we were going to get in Ghost. And they finally are bringing it. The 2v2 looks pretty cool. That's not, I mean, I'll play that mode, but just the whole look, the sound of the weapons, and even though I don't have a problem with the jumping and all of that from other games or whatever. Like some people have been tripping, but I am getting the old war fatigue. The old time, World War II, World War I fatigue. It's what I'm saying, that cycle is now gone, and hopefully now that everybody else is going to start going back to modern or at least post World War II Korean War. Let's go to Vietnam and after. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back into that realm. If Battlefield want to go to the Vietnam War, because that's something that hasn't been really touched, or if you want to go into like the Cold War, Contra, stuff like that, whatever, Iraq, whatever. Well, they tried to do that before and it didn't go very well because people got too sensitive about it. But if you want to go into those time frames, I'm all for it. But the World War II, World War I, I'm done with it. But COD looks like it's back in a big way, and I'm excited. What do you guys think?
I saw the trailer, but I haven't seen the I saw the trailer, but I haven't seen the multiplayer.
Yeah, it looks really fun. Like it just brought back all the nostalgic feeling of
intro. I didn't get to see. I saw the intro of it. I didn't get to see them actually play.
Yeah, it looks really fun. Looks real fun.
From what I saw, I definitely was thinking about it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to talk about it.
Let me think. I think Call of Duty drops on the same day or around the same time as So, makes sense. I don't have to pay for Outer Worlds. I definitely consider it this year.
Yeah, I mean, Outer Worlds is something that I'm definitely looking forward to as well. And I mean, Game Pass is that's perfect because for Outer Worlds, I want to play it, but that's one of those games for me that I would wait to play. I would wait till I see a sale when it drops down to 38, $40. But it being on Game Pass, that's just right up my alley, and I'll go ahead and cop it probably when I'm halfway through the game, when it's down to around 38 or whatever. So when you get that price reduction. So yeah, Outer Worlds and that slot is great. And even if you think about it on this aspect, like you got Borderlands 3, and then there's another game that's coming out that's really on my radar. I'm gonna cop that game. The more I watch it, the more intrigued and the excited I am about it, and that's Greedfall. I think that game is going to be really dope. It's from Focus Games, I believe, and that's just right up my alley. That's something that I'm going to spend, a good 150, 200 hours in. And that's just good if that comes out, I think the day before or on that same week before Gears come out. So if people look out for Greedfall and they might be on the fence, I would say go ahead and get Greedfall and then just, if you got Game Pass Ultimate, do that with Gears and then just buy Gears, later. Because Gears is going to still be there available. Because it's going to have plenty of DLC or whatever, but I'm already getting Gears. I'm paying Gears off, so I'll do that here probably at the end of August. Have it fully paid for. Just get it paid out. I don't do the pre-order things anymore after that crazy shit that I had go on. But yeah, no. But for COD, I got to have it. I'm going to get it. I'm excited for it. It's going to have the story, looks fantastic, and the fact that the multiplayer looks really solid. The guns, all of that sounds really good. And I'm looking my stream on hopefully that this works a lot better because I cut off the stream off of my PC and now I'm watching the stream on my phone. And it seems now that everything is working a lot better. So people in the chat, let me know if that helped, because if that's the case, then I can do it that way and I can still see anybody that makes comments or whatever. So, because I got like about 5 or 6 heavy apps working at the same time. That Ryzen chip is over there straining, I guess. So, but anyway, yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Anybody else? Y'all thinking about getting COD day one?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Day one, no, but I might get it later. I like everything else is on my radar. I was like, Gears is at the top. Like I already got that. I got that collector's edition with the Jack drone already paid off and all that bullshit.
Yeah, no, Gears is going to get paid. Yeah, I'm going to get Gears, but I'm just thinking that for anybody else that maybe want to get into anything else. I mean, I think that's the beauty of Game Pass. I can't wait till when PlayStation starts doing it, because this is the thing right here.
Because everyone better keep that same energy they had. They better keep that same energy.
You know what? They won't, but that's going to be the best. Like you said, Live. That's what's going to be the best shit ever, is because when those PlayStation games come, and I ain't gonna want to pay that money, and they're gonna have that like game, they're gonna have their version of Game Pass or for PlayStation Now or whatever they're gonna call it. I'm all over that. I have no problem paying no monthly prescription. I said prescription.
I hope you can be getting them prepaid cards then, because fuck putting your credit card over on Sony. I'm just saying.
No, I got my PayPal. I'm through PayPal, Jack.
I wouldn't even trust PayPal on that shit.
No, PayPal. They do you right. You got.
Well, see, I would do it if I were you. I would do it through Bank of America. Like, get a Bank of America account, because Bank of America don't play that shit. You just call them up and be like,
PayPal don't play that either. I don't have no problem with PayPal. If I need my money back for anything on PayPal, PayPal take care of it.
Occasions where, like, I was overcharged for some shit, and Bank of America be like, "Oh, word, I will get your money back, and we'll talk to them."
Oh well, yeah, but I don't trust putting any bank information. PayPal is as far as I go. And that's a second, third part. Yeah, that's a second party entity. That's the in betweener. So that's and I've been dealing with PayPal for a minute.
I have them on. I have Sony on my Chase account. I don't put no money in there. That's like Netflix. So
yeah. I don't put no card information on no Sony product after what happened. But
that's the most they get out of me.
Yeah, that's the most they're gonna get out of me. They get PayPal. That's it, Jack. I just think that there's plenty of games that's coming out. COD is definitely going to be one of those games. And to me, that's the thing that's going to be. I know that Death Stranding is going to do well for that first week or two. But it's going to be in between some bangers, man. Like, it's not going to be like just by itself. There's Doom Eternal that's close to it. There's COD. There's the Star Wars game that's going to be in the same month. Huh?
I got the full list right here. What's coming out?
Okay.
Coming right there in that time frame. So from September alone, we have coming out. We have Gears, Greedfall. Greedfall. Surge 2 is coming out as well. That's another one at the end of this month. Control later on. Shenmue 3 is going to be out in November. You got
that game is going to die.
Yep. What, you think that Shenmue 3? Oh, Shenmue 3?
Yeah, it's in a bad slot. It's horrible. They should have delayed that until December or brought that out when they were supposed to bring it out now, because it was coming out this month. It's dead in the water. That game is not going to sell worth anything.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next week we have Metalwolf Chaos XD coming out. We also have Age of Wonders Planetfall coming out next week as well. Pillars of Eternity is coming out on the 8th. Remnant from the Ashes looks really good. That's a real cool survival game coming out at the end of the month on the 20th. Hunt Showdown is supposed to go full launch. Control at the end of the month. Blair Witch on the 30th. And then Man of Medan 2 on the 30th of August, which is another cool looking game. And that was done by the team from Supermassive who did Until Dawn. So that one's going to be great. And then alone in September, you have Catherine Full Body coming out. And then Greedfall, Gears. Daemon Ex Machina, Devil's Hunt, Surge 2, the whole collection of all the not Elder Scrolls, the Dungeons and Dragons games from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Planescape Torment, Icewind, Neverwinter Nights, and all that. Code Vein comes out in September, and then right there in November for what's it? We're talking about Death Stranding. Death Stranding is going to be literally in the middle of everything, because that comes out at the beginning of the month.
Right, and COD is right there at the end, I believe, of October, or it was. I know it's sandwiched between
October 4th, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Then October 17th is the new No More Heroes game.
Just go to the end of October to November.
Yeah. So October, the end of the month, you have Trails of Cold Steel 3, Modern Warfare, Outer Worlds, both on the same day. So Outer Worlds and Call of Duty are going to be on the 25th. Then you have Disgaea, and then Luigi's Mansion 3 is going to be big for Nintendo. Then at the beginning of November, you have Death Stranding on the 8th. And then right after that, you have Jedi Fallen Order on the 15th of November. Pokemon Sword and Shield is going to release on the 15th. On the 19th, you have Shenmue 3. Then on the 20th, Doom Eternal. So literally, it is coming like maybe a week and a half between very big names at the end of October and at the second half of November. Right. So it's going to definitely be big for all of 1 month because Jedi Fallen Order is already getting a lot of attention. Pokemon is Pokemon, so you know that's going to go off the walls. Mm-hmm. Doom Eternal is already getting real big. Shenmue 3 is going to be kind of back and forth for that.
Shenmue 3 is going to fail. It's not going to sell well at all. That's what I'm saying. Death Stranding only has a short time, and then where I think Death Stranding is going to start selling is around Christmas time.
It probably sell. Yeah, it'll sell
around
Christmas.
Yeah, it'll sell better Christmas.
A little bit after around January, where everybody has some Christmas money.
Yeah,
I think Death Stranding is going to probably do $1 million, probably in its first month, and then maybe I would say maybe another 500.
I think it might. I think it might do $2 million by the end of the year. But
I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair.
I say do too because
by the end of the year.
Yeah, by the end of the year. No, not right off the bat because people look. Star Wars is going to get all that energy. That you know what I'm saying. Star Wars is going to get all that energy. Then there are going to be diehard Shenmue fans that's going to get that game. That game is going to do about two to maybe 700,000 copies. I feel because it's just in a bad spot. I don't care that it's kind of like in that like a 2-week window. That's why I say anywhere from 2 to 700,000. I don't see it even hitting $1 million because then Doom Eternal is right there and Doom is gonna sell like a motherfucker. So and COD is gonna take a lot of that energy. And then you got Pokemon as well. That's in that same space between between Star Wars and Death Stranding and Shenmue and no. There's too many games at that time, and people are going to make decisions. And I just don't see Death Stranding taking it over the top. When you have COD that always does well, and then this is the COD that everybody's been wanting and anticipating, and then you got Star Wars and that name by itself, and this is this is from Respawn, so people are going to be really hyped for that, and then you got Doom Eternal right there behind that. I just don't see it. I just don't see. Like that's why I say What's dead in the water to me. I just don't. Shenmue is. They should have waited they would have been better to bring Shenmue in December. I mean, I know that's the month when games die, but man, I just don't see it. So anyway,
Shenmue, I mean, they hold it up? It's tough because they might not be for whatever reason. I mean, the thing is, you never really know all the ins and outs of why a game comes out when it does. Maybe there's like certain incentives, like if you get it out at earlier than this time, you get a bigger cut or whatever it is. If you delay it, then we take a larger share. Who knows what those incentives are? But probably there's some kind of reason why people pick. I'm pretty sure people don't look at it and be like, you know what, we should put out around this other big game. I mean, I know Call of Duty and Outer Worlds come out damn near the same time. But I just think the
Outer Worlds,
Call of Duty, they come out on the same day.
Yeah, Outer Worlds would have got 8 alive. Game Pass is going to save Outer Worlds.
Yeah, well, I mean, also, and this also caters towards a very different crowd.
Right.
Like, I don't think people that buy Call of Duty are necessarily Fallout fans, you know?
But specifically those Fallout New Vegas fans.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't overlap, but I've never really heard of people that really like Fallout that are like humongous Call of Duty fans. Or
yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. But there's a lot more Call of Duty fans than there is.
Oh, no, for sure. There's more Call of Duty fans.
I don't know. I wouldn't downplay the Fallout fans. Like I said, there's some hardcore Fallout fans, but the issue is that Fallout 4 wasn't what they wanted, and neither was Fallout 76. Outer Worlds to them feels like Fallout that they want, but in space.
Yeah. So well, that's what I've been hearing from a lot of the first impressions that people are like. The people that are big Fallout fans are like, this is what we wanted. The combat is better, and the story is deeper, and and it's not all drab. I guess they were like, well, I guess Fallout people were complaining about the engine and how everything looks the same.
And that's what I'm saying.
Fallout person, so for me, I'm just like, all right, I guess Fallout,
Okay. Which is exactly why I was saying is that even with Game Pass or even without, I still think that the Outer Worlds is absolutely going to have a lot of attention because of the fact that there was a lot of.
I think that's going to be that'll be a good streaming game.
Saving grace,
but it's not going to generate a lot of sales. It's what's going to save it is going to be. Is going to be Game Pass. That Outer Worlds is in a bad spot, just like I look at it as Shenmue. I think if Outer Worlds came out in the end of September, like in the middle end of September, like maybe that last week of September before it got into October, I think it might have done. It would do better, but it's going against this behemoth COD. And then you got right there and smack dead just what a week and a half later you got Death Stranding and you got Pokemon and you got there's just too many hot ass games right there, and people are going to have to make decisions. That's why I say Game Pass is going to be the saving grace for a lot of games. But anyway, man, now see, this is what I'm talking about. Now at the very end of the show, people want to act like they got their shit together. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah. So I think I got the stream situation. I got the stream situation figured out. I was having too many things going on at once that was using a lot of juice. So I've been looking at the stream through my phone, and it's been looking pretty spiffy. What's going on, Mr. Kima? Anyway, let's go ahead and give our sign outs. 100 bounced out. He was rambling a lot, and he probably knew that I was going to challenge him in Madden, so he probably ran and went to bed. Anyway, no, he'll probably be up there in the party. I'm gonna start clowning. So let's go to you, operations. You've been quiet. You ain't said too much of anything. Where can they find you at, man? What's going on? What's your fail of the week?
Of course, you can find me on Twitter at Operations Oppo, or of course every Saturday on Smash Podcast, hosted by my good friend Bloody Knuckles and the team as well, Super G and Soul King and Nef2 occasionally.
Nice.
Like maybe next year when he comes back for his like whatever he was gone for a year.
Right.
Hopefully.
Okay.
He comes once a year now.
Once a year. All right, Bloody Knuckles. Where can they find you at? What was your fail of the week?
My fail of the week is the fact that my all my settings were gone because of the fact that my computer died on me because there's a bunch of bullshit because I bought a Lenovo. Guys, don't buy Lenovo. Don't buy Lenovo. I made that mistake. So that's my fail of the week. But you can find me all over the place at bloody_nux. That's BLOODIEKNUX. They can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagrams, course over on Mixer where I stream all week, and of course on my channel over on YouTube at Bloody Nux where I host a Smash podcast every Saturday with the crew. Your one-stop shop for all things nerdy news and geeky goodness. We talk anime, manga, comics, TV shows, and movies. So if you want to go get down on pop culture, we got you guys.
No doubt. And then last but not least, we got Livewire. Our Donald Trump, what's going on with you, man? Where can they find you at, and what's your fail of the week?
I mean, well, you can find me on my channel, Livewire Gaming, where I put up stuff occasionally. Better at that, but I'll be busy.
All right, you be busy. Nice. All right, what's your fail of the week?
Oh, my fail of the week. Oh, damn. What is my fail of the week? My fail of the week is me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. On King Thrasher's podcast, I think I was going to have a reasonable conversation.
Oh. Didn't happen. Uh-oh. Look like his mic went out. All right.
What? No, I'm here.
Yeah, I think his mic went out. Well, all right.
Weed.
Oh, no, there you go.
Talk about other stuff. No, that shit was wild.
It was wild?
Yeah, bro. I look, man, if you ever go on his podcast, just know, I don't know what the fuck he gonna say. I don't know. I don't know. Yo, bro, them dudes in there, man, they not regular.
He said they're not regular. He said they're not regular.
Talk about PlayStation, be like, make it, what you like PlayStation? Yeah, I like a couple of games. Make it. You mind if I suck your dick? Be like, what?
See.
I'm telling you, motherfucker, go way left. This shit is very different.
All right. Well, thank you, Live. I appreciate that. Most likely, I probably will be going on the King Thrash podcast, especially if those type of things will be asked. As I getting ready to sign off, as you see the mighty Marlo Briggs gameplay in action. Man, just want to say thank you guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and sorry for the guys wasn't ready tonight for some reason. I don't know what was going on. It wasn't the best, but you know what? We'll do better next week. But other than that, man, if you know the saying, if you ain't got to go to work tomorrow, if you ain't got to do that, see, I'm already fucking up myself. If you ain't got to go to work tomorrow,
you see that? It wasn't just us; it was him too.
It's at the end. I'm over here trying to hold it together. And if you ain't got the game, or if you can't game, then you better be doing one other thing. And if that's not it, I don't know. See, I've all messed up.
He already fucked it up. And guys, it's Friday night, so if you ain't gaming, you best be taking your ass to bed. If you got to work in the morning, if you ain't got to work in the morning, then you best be doing one other thing, doing that pants off, dance off.
Oh my God! Thank you. God dang, boy, I tell you, y'all wore me out tonight. Anyway, thank you guys. Good night.
We done. Later.
Oh shit.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.